this free training. We're going to give it a few minutes for everyone to come in. What's up, King Zenry? I love that name. All right, what is up? Everyone, tell me where you guys are tuning in from. I am so excited. Lee, what is up? Tatiana, how's it going? Shreyas, how's it going? All right, Yuchan, you do not want to be doing that, okay? Angelica, Wesley, Nisha, Tatiana, what is up, guys? All right, Yuchan, that is very, very unethical. We are not going to be doing any of that, all right? So welcome, guys. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. All right, I love the international presence in these things, okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to hold things just for 1 or 2 minutes before we get started. We got people from Arizona. All right, we got people from Boston. Awesome. I'm in Los Angeles right now, Singapore. Eric, welcome. Regardless of where in the world you are, whether it is late at night or really, really early in the morning, just thank you so much for taking time out of your day to invest in yourself and to upskill yourself. You guys are special people. My goal out of this training is to provide as much value as possible. We got New York. Wow. Somalia. Awesome. Canada. France. I love the enthusiasm, guys. All right. We also got another person from California, Washington, D.C., New York. Yup, we got more people from Singapore. I love it. Wow. I love it. Brazil, Atlanta, Mexico, Germany. Awesome, 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 guys. So we're going to give it 1 more minute before we get started. So what is this training all about? Well, I'm going to be breaking it down. It's going to be intense and immersive. So make sure you guys are ready to learn. We're going to talk about some business metrics, all right, some business principles. And also, I'm going to introduce you guys to me and my entrepreneurial journey. And at the very, very last but not least, we're going to take a deep dive into e-commerce. And for those of you guys that have heard my story, I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I did it. And if you've been in a training like this one before, I can tell you guys now, I am not like the others. This one is live, all right? 7, what is up from Denver, all right? What is up? In fact, I'm going to be revealing the brands that I am working on in this training, all right? That is how different it's going to be. We got Mike from Vegas as well, all right? So I want to introduce everyone. Guys, everyone say hi to Rachel. Rachel's going to be helping us throughout this conversation, throughout this process. And at the end of this whole thing, there's going to be a live Q&A, all right? So there's going to be a Q&A where you can ask me any question, and I want you to hold me accountable. Be skeptical, all right? If you're sensing something I'm saying just doesn't make sense, make sure you ask me in the live Q&A. But Rachel, say hi to everyone. And also, guys, okay, ask Rachel some questions throughout the process, but save the e-commerce business specific questions for the end. That's what we're having here. We got Idiot from Texas, and that's a Texas thing to be doing. So what I'm going to go ahead and do to get the blood flowing, Rachel, let's go ahead and play a video that's going to get everyone hyped, get everyone just pumped up. And guys, give me a 1 while this video is playing if my audio and everything is checking out. All right, give me a 1. But you know what, Rachel? Let's go up and cue up that video and get the juices flowing for everyone.
A lot can change in a year. When I graduated college, I felt like the world had been lying to me. A 6-figure job with no time and freedom, that's no reward. There had to be better. That's why, at age 23, I launched my own e-commerce business with $3,000 in my bank account and no experience. And I made $20 million in my first year. It wasn't easy. I failed a lot to get here, and everyone thought I was crazy. I was doubted by my own parents. My mom would always say, "Why do you think you're more special than all of your peers? Not everyone can be Mark Zuckerberg. Why can't you work like everyone else?" It's simple. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want a life like everyone else. I wanted to be my own boss. The education system is failing us, and the fake gurus and false experts are even worse. So I decided to share my secrets with the world and surround myself with other like-minded bosses. If you believe you can be your own boss like I did, then what are you waiting for?
So guys, I hope that got the juices flowing. All right, I'm going to call out 2 people, Sid and Eileen. This is live. All right, this is live. I'm not going to be calling out any more people. All right, don't cause a ruckus, but this is live. And guess what? If you don't want to believe me, if you don't think this is real, all right, I want you to leave right now. So let's go ahead and get started. So who am I? Well, you might have seen some of my ads. You might have seen me in the press. My name is Kevin. If I have one big claim to fame, it is that in my first year as an e-commerce entrepreneur, I successfully generated $20 million in sales. And here's some of the features that I've been getting. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, okay? If you've attended a training like this one before, or maybe you've seen some of these gurus and these people that say they can help you make money, let me tell you, I am completely different. In fact, I'm going to do something that these guys never like doing. I'm going to show you the brands that I am working on right now. Brands like HempX, which is going to be the world's first streetwear brand made out of weed, cannabis, or hemp. And I am so excited for it to launch. I'm not going to give away the launch date because you're going to see it all over social media. You're going to see some of your favorite A-list celebrities repping this clothing. And in fact, that is what I'm wearing right now. This is the type of e-commerce brand I'm going to be teaching you how to bootstrap in this training. And you know what? We even got HempX slides. These are slides made out of weed. How crazy is that? All right. So that is one of the brands that I'm working on right now. And here is a photo shoot that we just had recently. And oh my gosh, how exciting it was to see this starting to come to life. And also Arrowhead Tactical. We challenged ourselves to take the versatility and the functionality of tactical clothing that's usually, very baggy, just not very stylish, and make something sexy out of it, right? Take that same versatility and make something sexy like a Nike or Adidas style jogger. And you guys can see here's some footage of the products right over here. All right. And you know what? I love these live trainings. I believe in them so much. All right. I believe in them so much that I'm going to do something crazy. I believe that they change lives. So if you stay until the end of the Q&A, if you stay for this entire duration, we're going to be covering so much stuff, guys. I want you guys to feel like you stole from me by the end of it. If you stay until the end of this thing, you will be entered in at random, all right, for a chance to win $1,000. Now, guys, I want you guys to make a promise for me right now, okay? If you are selected at random to win this money, don't go to the Gucci store and just spend it on something silly, all right? Don't go just buy some crazy vacation and just waste it, okay? I want you to promise right now that you will invest it in yourself. Whether it's getting some skills, some education, or buying yourself a laptop, invest in your skills, invest it in yourself. Don't waste that money. So if you are willing to commit to that promise, all right, I want you to promise me and everyone else in this room, type out I promise. Type out I promise right now. If you promise that if you win this money, you are not just going to spend it on something silly. So I'm an e-commerce entrepreneur, guys, and this is what it looks like for me day to day. These are some of the active e-commerce brands that I run. I run around 5 of them, and I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my gosh, $20 million in sales, $1 million here, $1 million there. And I don't know what stage of life each and every one of you guys are in right now. I don't know. I just know that if you are in this training with me today, that means that you want to change your life, that you want to improve it. You know what? I'm not the most proud of that $20 million figure. I'm not the most proud of these millions and millions of dollars in sales. And I know it seems so unreachable. It seems so unobtainable. What I'm the most proud of is my journey and where I started, because this was me just over a year ago. You see, I was living in my parents' basement. I had $3,000 in my bank account, a bunch of credit card debt, and student loans. And my business was not doing that well. And when I was living in my parents' basement, this was a text message that my mom sent me. She says, Kevin, I hear that your business is not doing well and you have credit card debt. I'm very worried about you. Why don't you beg to get your job back? You have a very good job. Why are you doing this crazy business? Not everyone can be Mark Zuckerberg. You need to be responsible and do what your friends are doing and get a normal job. This is the woman that raised me. This is the woman that I love tremendously. This is the woman that gave me life, and she didn't even believe in me. And this was just over a year ago. And you know what, guys? Had I listened to my mom, had I listened to her, I would have been robbed of a very, very special moment that happened to me just a few months ago. And in fact, this was a moment where I was introduced in front of an exclusive gathering of self-made millionaires and billionaires in Los Angeles. And you know what? Rachel, let's go ahead and play that video. And you guys might even recognize some of the famous faces.
Next up, representing Creator e-commerce, Kevin, the e-commerce rookie of the year, Zhang.
How's it going, guys? My name is Kevin Zhang, and I just want to say how blessed and humbled I am to be here. A year ago, I'm 23 years old. A year ago, I graduated college, gave up a high-paying corporate job, was living in my mom's basement. My Chinese parents were asking me why I wasn't a doctor yet. Didn't even do pre-med, so it was a little late for that. $3,000 in credit card debt, and as of August 2019, we closed our first year with $20 million in sales on e-commerce. And I would say, if I had one superpower, it's that I'm not afraid to dream big. Me and my team pursue impossible tasks, and sometimes we just so happen to succeed despite what the rest of the world tells us. So, pleasure to be here and looking forward to meeting all of you guys. Appreciate it.
So you guys heard that, all right? Had I listened to my own mom, I would have been robbed of that magical moment where Bruce Buffer himself introduced me in that gathering. So you know what, guys? You probably hear a lot of noise in your life, a lot of negative energy telling you what you can do, what you can't do. But I want you right now to tune all of that negative noise out. So type out "tune out" in the chat right now if you're committing to tune all of that out, because for the next 90 minutes, it'll just be you and me dropping value, all right? Can you make that promise? Type out "tune out," because we're not going to let the negative noise dictate our decisions. So what is the point of this training? Well, this is my vision for everyone here. During this training, I want to help you understand how you can unlock your full potential just like I did. And I want you to understand how you can take advantage of this e-commerce revolution that is going on. And by the end of this, I'm going to teach you how you can maximize the value of your hard work without sacrificing the core drivers of happiness and fulfillment. And in fact, by the end of this training, I want to prove to everyone that anyone, regardless of background, regardless of who your parents are, regardless of your sexuality, your race, all right, how much income you have, that anyone can achieve success in e-commerce and can bootstrap an e-commerce brand just like I did. All right. And you know what? This training, it's not for everyone. So if you don't qualify for the following criteria, I want you to leave right now. I want you to continue only if you are serious about creating a legitimate business that provides long-term value. None of that free plus shipping nonsense. I'm not going to teach people how to piss customers off and just make them angry. No, we are not going to do any of that nonsense. I want to teach you guys how to build a legitimate business. And also, I only want people that are action takers. We all know those people in our lives, all right, that love to daydream about their perfect reality, that talk a big game, but when it comes to it to fight for their goals, they're not willing to do it, all right? I only want action takers. And also, this training is not going to help you get a raise at work. It's not going to help you impress your corporate manager. This training is for individuals that are willing to challenge the status quo of society. Because by the end of this training, I will show each and every one of you why other people fail in e-commerce and why I succeed. In fact, I'm all about transparency. That's why we have this Q&A at the end where you can ask me your hardest questions. We're going to be breaking down all of the models that these gurus and these YouTubers are teaching. And I'll also reveal why mine is so different and why mine gave me the success that I got. And why is this training already feeling different? Why am I already approaching this differently from most people out there? Because I believe in something. I'm going to teach you guys this right now. I believe that value always flows to the top. You see, when I was in my parents' basement and I had credit card debt and all my friends thought I was the biggest loser in the world for quitting my job, I knew that if I did the right things at the right time over and over and over and over again, that even if luck was a little bit of a factor in the beginning, that eventually value would float to the top and I would get the results I want. So my goal is to drop so much value in this training that regardless of how you feel about me, that value is undeniable. And as a result, I will also float to the top compared to all the noise that's out there. So let's talk about some people that started in a training just like this one, like Arnold, who just generated $530 in a day. Or like the thousands and thousands of people before you guys at all different success levels with their own e-commerce businesses. $20,000 a day, $1,000 a day, $32,000 a day. Shuyab is 17, guys. All right, $32,000 a day, $900 in a week. So many different variable success levels. You know what? I know it's one thing to see those screenshots. It's another to actually hear it from someone, that achieved success. So let's go ahead, Rachel, and play that video from Nick, because I think Nick wants to show these guys just how much value he got from this training.
Feels like he's giving me a handbook, how to become a millionaire, and I can't wait to hit my $1 million goal in 2020. Let's get this bread. How's it going, guys? My name is Nick from Australia. I'm 19 years old, and I got into e-com a little while ago. I actually found Kevin probably in August 2019, and honestly, it's changed my life. With Kevin's teachings, all of my victories have been purposeful, and all of my mistakes I've been able to take actionable steps to fix it. Feels like he's giving me a handbook, how to become a millionaire, and I can't wait to hit my $1 million goal in 2020. Let's get this bread.
So you guys heard just how much value Nick got from this training, all right? So you guys heard it's changed his life, okay? So if you believe in this training, and if you don't, I want you to leave right now. For the next 90 minutes, turn off your phones. Get rid of Netflix, all right? Get rid of TikTok, whatever you guys are using right now, and stay with me. And I want you guys to have patience, all right? I'm going to talk about my personal journey into entrepreneurship. I'm going to teach you guys about standard business principles and how you can evaluate the best decisions. And we're going to take a massive dive into e-commerce, because by the end of this training, you will learn the unique strategy responsible for the $20 million in sales I generated in my first year, and also no one else is teaching my approach, all right? And I want you guys to challenge me. Wait until the Q&A and challenge me. Give your hardest questions. You know, I want everyone to win, okay? You shouldn't be here just because you want a chance to win the money. I want everyone to win because of all the value. So I'm going to incentivize you guys even more, because I believe in this so much. If you stay until the end, I'm going to send you a video breakdown of one of my Facebook ad strategies in my own Facebook ad manager that generated $1.3 million in sales. And also, if you stay until the end, I'm going to send you a report that's sent to me every single month. I'm going to send you guys the January 2020 edition, but it's going to show you all the most viral niches, the most viral products, and also the suppliers you guys should be working with. And just so you know, I'm not full of it. This is what it looks like. You guys will be getting this report. So look at all these different categories of products. These are the factory volumes, all the suppliers you should be working with, and literally so comprehensive. Every category you can possibly think of. You stay until the end, you're going to get this email to you, because value floats to the top, all right? And also, by the end of this training, you're going to learn how to make e-commerce businesses like this one. They don't require much initial capital, all right? Very, very little. And sites that look like these, all right? Sites that inspire trust. So by the end of this training, you'll learn how to do this step by step, all right? And I know what you guys are thinking. Wow, Kevin, you sound pretty different from everyone else already, but maybe you've had some bad experiences, all right? Maybe you've been to a training like this one before, and you're thinking, okay, how can I trust you? You know, I don't know you. How do I trust you? And unfortunately, guys, there's just so many bad practices going out in this space right now. You guys truly have to be careful. You know, I'm sick and tired of seeing people prey on the innocent because they just don't know any better. So what's really important to learn is what makes a good educator and a good mentor. And I'm going to teach you guys that right now. And you guys can decide if I'm a good educator and a mentor. Number one, you got to make sure anyone that you want to learn from, that they are still practicing the business model that they are preaching, and they're practicing it at an elite level. Why would you trust anyone to teach you a business model if they themselves are no longer doing it? Surely, you know, if e-commerce is so amazing, these guys should be able to prove that they are working on e-commerce businesses, right? Or else, if it's so amazing, why aren't they doing it anymore? And also, you got to make sure they're showing you not just a snapshot of results. Not just a screenshot of one day, but actually long-term results. Because a common scheme in this industry is people spend a lot of money on ads. They actually don't make that much money on their e-commerce business, but they get that sexy screenshot and bam, they're able to sell their little scammy, terrible, terrible quality programs. And also anyone that says something is a get-rich-quick scheme or it characterizes entrepreneurship of being fast money or easy, they're lying to you. All good things in life require hard work. So if you're here because you want to get rich and you don't want to put in any work or sacrifice in doing it, I want you to leave right now. Not only is that not true, it's disrespectful to the real entrepreneurs that did put in sacrifice in order to get to where they are. And also, whoever you want to learn from, they should be able to defend their business model against the hardest questions, which is why at the end of this, we're having a Q&A. And why is my training so different from everyone else's? Because of that core principle that just directs everything I do in life. Value floats to the top. So let me tell you guys a little bit about myself so you understand my entrepreneurial journey. Again, don't worry, guys. We are going to get deep into the e-commerce knowledge, but there's a process to this. This is what my business looked like right when it started in a college dorm room. And oh my gosh, how my life has changed in the course of a year. And you know what? This is actually Rachel right next to me on vacation. So Rachel, say hi to everyone one more time. Rachel, say hi to everyone. And guys, I know Rachel's pretty, but no creepy messages for her, all right? She is a nice girl. When I tell my story, it really starts with my parents. You see, my parents, they were poor Chinese immigrants that came to this country in search of the American dream. My mom came here to work 2 full-time jobs, waiting tables and cleaning houses. I would see her come home at 4 a.m., get back up at 6 a.m. and go to work. And my dad, even though he had a PhD from China, the West didn't respect his degree. So he was working less than minimum wage, scrubbing lab equipment. And if you guys have immigrant parents, you guys know what I'm talking about. And I always get emotional when I talk about them, but I always tell people, my parents, they couldn't give me anything material. But what they gave me was the mindset and the values that are in here. And that is everything. And even though my parents are responsible for all the opportunities I've had, for me even being in this country, I actually had a lot of tension with them. And because they're very traditional Chinese immigrants, they really determined that I had 2 paths for my life. Either I was going to be an Asian doctor or I was going to be a good Asian engineer. All right. But I wasn't interested in any of these. And one of the biggest misconceptions that people have of me is, oh my gosh, Kevin did $20 million as an entrepreneur in his first year. He must have been a rock star his whole life, throughout kindergarten, throughout high school, throughout college. And as flattering as that is, guys, that simply is not true. You see, this was the track record that I had just a few years ago. In high school, I failed a class and I was suspended for academic dishonesty, cheating. All right. One of the most embarrassing things you can get caught for. I had to report it for my college apps. I had a tense relationship with my family. I felt like there was a cultural gap and they didn't really understand me or care about the things that I wanted in life. And I played video games all day, every single day, instead of doing my homework and studying for tests. And for those of you guys that know what League of Legends is, that was my heroin, all right? I would play that thing all day, okay? And for those of you guys that know what that is, Annie was my favorite character, but man, they were dark times. And in fact, I was even arrested and charged with residential burglary, all right, at 17, and almost went to prison for 15 years. Because of it. And what did I do? I threw a massive party in my neighbor's house without their permission. And man, did it piss my parents off. And it was just such dark moments in my life. I know what you guys are thinking. Wow, Kevin, that's amazing and all, but there's no way that's true. There's no way you almost went to prison. There's no way any of this is true. Why you gotta be so dramatic? Well, in fact, my story is so crazy, guys. It's so nuts that TED wanted me to give a TED Talk just about it. So you know what, Rachel? I think they're ready to watch a clip of that. And you guys can see the mindset I had a few years ago and how my life has changed. My sophomore year of high school, I was caught in one of the biggest academic dishonesty scandals
in my school's history, and I have to report it on my college applications. Later that summer, I threw a party on someone else's property and was arrested. I entered someone's home without their permission and trashed everything. I was charged with residential burglary, a felony in the state of Illinois. I can still remember getting handcuffed, being dragged out in front of my family, and being told that I would spend the next 15 years of my life in prison. You never forget moments like that one. The world around you is silent, even the sobs of your mother. You see, you can feel anger or sadness, and there are always levers that you can pull to change your state. Regret is cruel because there are no levers. Everything already happened in the past. I remember leaving an attorney's office with my father, and there we sat silently in the car. I felt numb with regret.
So you guys heard me, all right? You guys heard me. I felt numb with regret because regret is cruel. And I want you guys to promise something, all right? No matter what happens in this training, I want you guys to commit to not feeling regret ever again because it is a cruel emotion. So type out no regrets. Type out no regrets right now if you are promising that. And is this a little silly of an exercise? Of course, but there's something important about making a promise to yourself and keeping it, and also making a promise to others. So type out no regrets right now if you're committed to never feeling regret. So I was a rambunctious person growing up. You know, I was always independent. I never listened to my parents. And I told myself, oh my gosh, that didn't get me anywhere. I almost went to prison. And what ended up happening to me? Well, I got lucky. And I think had I looked a little bit differently, had I been in a different area, I probably wouldn't be here with you guys today. So I went to college and I told myself, oh my gosh, no more rebellion. I'm going to listen to everyone. I'm listening to the teachers, my parents, all the professors. I'm going to follow that straight arrow path my parents always wanted. So I worked very, very hard in college for 4 years. And I told myself, hey, I'm going to get a great corporate job. I'm going to climb that corporate ladder. All right. And that's what I'm going to do because that's what my parents wanted. But I worked so hard for 4 years and I finally got it. That corporate job offer that was going to pay me a decent amount of money right after I graduated college at 22. But, you know, something really crazy happened. This thing that I thought I wanted for 4 years, that I worked so hard to get, when I finally got it, I felt empty. I felt so empty and unfulfilled. And maybe some of you guys are feeling this right now. Maybe you're working a job that pays the bills, you know, that can take you and your family out on vacation once in a while, but it doesn't give you fulfillment and it doesn't give you happiness. And if you're feeling this way, type it out right now. Let me know if you're feeling this way. And I realized this was the first time in my life I ever even asked myself, what is it that makes me happy and fulfilled, instead of just listening to others? Because even though it was going to be a pretty good job at age 22, does this sound like a reward to you guys? Working 60, 80-hour weeks without having the time to actually enjoy life and spending with the people I care about and pursuing my passions. Being a small cog in a massive organization that can replace me at any time. Having my schedule always dictated by other people. Having my destiny outside of my control. And always receiving only a fraction of the value that I'm generating for everyone else. One of the favorite stories I like to tell is there once was a really rich CEO, an entrepreneur, and he had 5 Lamborghinis and a private jet, and he had his employee over for dinner. And the employee came over, saw all of this as well. Oh my gosh, sir, this is so inspirational. This is so amazing. And the CEO looks his employee in the eyes and says, good. Because if you keep working hard, if you keep working harder than ever, then maybe next year I'll buy another one. And that's the reality, guys. If you're working for someone else, you are never going to get your value. And also, I didn't want my trajectory to be outside of my control. No matter how hard I worked, if my manager just didn't like me, I would be absolutely screwed. And how did I realize all of this? How did I realize all of this even though I was so determined to follow a stereotypical path? took a very traumatic event in my life. See, guys, this is Kyle, and he was one of my closest friends and mentors throughout high school and college. And, I apologize a little bit for being emotional, but he was always facing mental health issues. And he ended up working a very, very intense corporate job that I don't think was too good for him. And he ended up taking his own life. And here, I'm not here to suggest that corporate America was responsible for killing him. And I'm not here to suggest that, because he went there, that's the reason. But it reminded me of something. I realized after his passing away that I'm on limited time, that even at age 22, I don't want to sacrifice happiness or fulfillment for even 1 second, because you never know what life could bring you. So I gave up that corporate job. I moved into my parents' basement with the savings I had from the summer before, and I started doing research, and I started thinking, what is going to give me true fulfillment and happiness? And I kept thinking and researching. I realized something. The most successful people that I admire aren't just people that are financially successful. They're people that make a lot of money, but also live incredible lifestyles. And I determined something, that there are 3 core drivers of happiness. You see, being happy is to be free. And guys, I know this is not business related or e-commerce specific. We're going to get there, but everything is about happiness and fulfillment. That's why I even did the things I did. You see, life is about being free. If you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, that is true happiness and fulfillment. And there's 3 dimensions. There's financial freedom. That's the ability to buy the things you want and the experiences you want. But there's also freedom of time, because what's the point of making money if you don't have time to actually enjoy it with your loved ones or reap the fruits of your labor? And also, there's freedom of determination. That's having the ability each and every day to decide what you are doing and also decide where your life is headed. You know what society tells us to do? Society says, hey, you're going to find a little bit of this in the beginning and forget about these 2 things. And if you work and you're responsible and you save at 65 when you retire, you'll finally maybe have all 3 things. But no, not for me. Even at age 22, I said, hey, life is too short for me to be unhappy or unfulfilled for even a single moment. And you know what? There's only one way to achieve all 3 dimensions. And I realized this in my research. That if you pursue an ordinary path, if you do the same things day in and day out as everyone else, you will only get ordinary results. You see, this is how 99.9% of people are living right now. No matter what you do, even if it's a stable job, there's a little bit of risk that you take. Meaning the company you work for could always go under business. You could always get fired for whatever reason. So people are forced to take a little bit of risk. And in return, they find an opportunity that gives them a little bit of reward that's higher than the tiny bit of risk. And they think that's awesome. That's as good as they can get. But while 99.9% of people live this way, proactive people discovered this. And while society makes us take a little bit of risk, we can take voluntary risk of our own free will, voluntary risk on top. And what's so magical about it is it unlocks a massive reward premium that is way higher than the risk that we took. And this is how at age 23, I was able to build a business that generated $20 million in sales. This is why billionaires exist in this country, not because they're harder workers or because they're working more hours than everyone else or because they're smarter than everyone else, because they are more proactive. So I believe life is all about calculated risk and taking the right opportunities. And the only way to achieve all 3 dimensions of freedom is to pursue entrepreneurship. So I know what you guys are thinking. All right, Kevin, you proved yourself. I want to be an entrepreneur. That's why I'm in this training. I want to do it. But what do I do? Because there's so much messaging that we're getting each and every day and all these different opportunities. And guys, in each of these industries, there are people that are making a lot of money. But guess what? Unless these opportunities satisfy all 3 dimensions of freedom, all right, I don't want to get involved with them, because then what's the point? And maybe you guys are already recognizing some of these that don't satisfy all 3 dimensions, because not all opportunities and businesses are made equal. Because even though I was in my parents' basement, even though I was a beggar and I was in no position to be a chooser, I didn't want any of these situations. I didn't want to work on something for decades and decades with no guarantee that I was going to make money from it and that I would be living broke this whole time. So no apps, no Silicon Valley for me, right? I don't want to wait for some VC fund or wait for some IPO before I can cash out and just waste all my time in between. Nope, that's not for me. And also, I couldn't pursue anything where my age, my network, or my experience would strongly impact success because I was young, or I was 23 when I started. My network, my parents are poor Chinese immigrants, and also my experience, I had no experience. We know what I would have loved to do, and all respect to the president, but hey, I would have loved if my dad could give me a $10 million loan the moment I graduated college and I could go gobble up real estate. But I didn't have that luxury, and many of you don't either. All right, so some opportunities were inaccessible to me. And also, I didn't want to do anything where the variables for success were outside of my control and I had to depend on outside things. So if you guys know what Amazon is, Amazon FBA, maybe you've attended trainings for that. I didn't want to do anything like that because Amazon is notorious for stealing products from entrepreneurs and making their own version and just kicking that entrepreneur off their platform. You can see this all over Google. Every Amazon Basics, every Amazon Essentials, chances are it was taken from an entrepreneur. So why would I ever build a business? Why would I ever compete in something where literally the platform is competing against me? That's like playing basketball and knowing the referee is lacing up in the other team's uniform. So no Amazon for me, all right? I want to control the variables for success. And also, I don't want to trade one corporate boss, all right, just for thousands and thousands of other bosses in the form of clients. So no agencies for me. So how do I evaluate a new business venture? All right. And these are 4 pillars, 4 criteria I use even today, whether I'm investing in a business because I'm an active investor or whether I'm building another business from scratch. And unless that idea, that business model satisfies all 4 criteria, I don't want to get involved in them. And throughout this, think about those other opportunities and they satisfy all 4 of these. The first one is a high chance of success. I know what you guys are thinking. Of course, Captain Obvious. Of course, we want something that has a high chance of success. All right, guys, stay with me because I'm going to teach you guys a strategy on how you can predict for the success of a business. And also, we got to make sure it's accessible, given our situation, our access to resources that we can actually do well. And also, I don't want to do any businesses that aren't passive. Warren Buffett has a beautiful quote that unless you can make money when you're asleep, then you will never be rich. And it's so insightful. And it's so true. No matter how much money you make per hour, if you're trading away your time for money, you always have a cap to your potential. So I don't want any businesses that aren't passive. And also, I only want businesses that are sustainable, meaning if I put in a lot of work, or I put in a lot of effort and I build it from the ground up, that it's going to last a long time. That it's not just Facebook that bans me or payment processors that ban me or angry customers. I want to build something sustainable and legitimate. So is my approach to e-commerce, all right? And I approach it in a different way from everyone else. Is my approach to e-commerce a good business? So let's find out. Well, odds of success. Does it have a high chance for success? And what does that mean? Well, it means this. You want the value of your hard work, 1 hour of your time, to be worth more than everyone else's. And what do I mean by that? Let me clarify. You see, in the early 2000s, there was a very magical event that happened called the dot-com boom or the tech bubble. And you see, during the early 2000s, during the growth of the internet age, the best thing to do with your time was to learn how to code or develop a website or an app. And you see, 1 hour learning how to code was worth more than thousands and thousands of hours learning how to be a lawyer or a doctor, even at the best schools in the world. And you know what? That's how Mark Cuban, the billionaire on Shark Tank, was able to sell broadcast.com to Yahoo for close to $6 billion. And guess what, guys? 2 years later, broadcast.com was no longer around. And I think Mark Cuban pulled off one of the biggest heists in history, and no disrespect to him. In fact, I admire him. But do you guys think that Mark Cuban was just harder working than everyone else? That he would just work more hours than everyone else? That he was just more educated than everyone else? No. He wasn't smarter than all these doctors or lawyers. He was more proactive. You see, what I found in my research is that when there's great moments of disruption, there's also massive opportunity. And while most people in the world are just looking around, waiting for the disruption to pass, the proactive people seize opportunity. And we all know history repeats itself. In 2008, we saw the financial crisis happen. All right, real estate prices absolutely plunged. All right, assets plunged. And if you were involved in real estate, if you were gobbling up these undervalued assets, you had a chance to make a fortune on the recovery. Not because you were smarter than everyone else, not because you were harder working than everyone else, because you were more proactive. And it repeated itself again. In 2011, we saw Bitcoin. It was worth $20 a coin. And by 2018, it was worth $20,000 a coin. All right, if you invested $1,000, if you were one of those early crypto traders, you put in $1,000, that would have turned into $1 million. And I know a lot of these crypto millionaires, I can tell you right now. All right, most of them didn't even go to college. They're not more educated than everyone else. Okay, they're not more hardworking than everyone else or smarter. They are just more proactive. I know what you guys are thinking right now. Oh my gosh, Kevin, that sounds amazing, but crap, I missed out. Maybe you weren't even old enough during the tech bubble. The financial crisis happened and you had no idea how to take advantage. Maybe the Bitcoin phase happened, all right, and you weren't there. You had no idea what was going on. So I thought the same thing. I was so bummed. I said, oh my gosh, am I screwed? Can I just never be a successful entrepreneur like my idols? So I asked myself, what is the biggest disruption in the world right now? All right. And I know it's recent. All right. But don't say coronavirus, guys. Something even greater, something that was even happening in 2018 when I started. What's the biggest disruption? All I had to do was look outside my front doors. And I saw the biggest brands, the biggest retailers in the world closing down on every single street corner. Iconic American brands that have been profitable, making so much money for decades, even centuries, and they were dropping like flies. And while all these retail businesses were going under, I saw startups like Allbirds go from $0 to $2 billion in 2 years. Like Dollar Shave Club lose $5 million a month, lose $5 million a month, and still sell their business for $500 million in cash. And I saw Kylie Jenner become the world's youngest billionaire. And I don't know about you guys, okay, but when I think billionaire, I think Elon Musk. I think Mark Zuckerberg, all right? Kylie Jenner, I don't think she's smarter than everyone else. I don't think she's more educated than everyone else. I don't think she's harder working than everyone else. And I'm not trying to disrespect her. In fact, I respect her a lot because I think Kylie was proactive. So clearly, e-commerce is the biggest disruption and opportunity going on right now. But are we too late? Is it too late? Is it just like Bitcoin? Is it just like real estate where, the height has already passed? Well, don't take it from me, all right? Take it from some stone cold statistics. In this moment right now, 50% of all businesses don't even have an online presence. You know what? The 50% that do, some of them have absolutely terrible websites. It's egregious to look at. And also, when I was doing this research, all right, when I started my business in 2018, the share of all retail that was online was 8%. Now, do you guys think this is a big number or do you guys think this is a low number? Big or low? All right, guys, chime in. Do you guys think this is big or low? It's low, 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 low. You might call me crazy. You might call me audacious. All right, you might call me a dreamer, but I strongly believe that one day we will live in a 50-50 world where 50% of people are buying online and 50% of people are buying in person. And you know what? When we get to that reality, the business that I built in 2018, starting in August 2018, that did $20 million in its first year, by the end of 2021, when it hits 50-50, that's what everyone's projecting, it'll quadruple, all right? It'll 6 times. My goal is $100 million in sales by the end of 2021, not because I'm working any harder, not because I'm any more innovative, just because the market is growing so fast and more people are buying online. And in 2019, we saw that happen and more than doubled in market value. So all e-commerce businesses, all right, if they were still alive, they had double their market. So Clearly, e-commerce gives us the highest chance of success. But is it passive? All right, is e-commerce passive? Is it something we have to do each and every day, hour and hour, or trading hours for money? No, because we are marketing to the entire world. And also customers can buy at any point, anytime there is daylight in somewhere in the world, and they can buy at any point. This is what my phone looks like every single day. All right, when I wake up in the morning, and this is a particular day on one of my 5 e-commerce brands, a particular day in November, all right, and take a look. Take a look at the sales that are coming in every hour throughout the day, all right? $105,000 in gross sales, and guess what? $4,000 in return. So clearly I'm not doing anything scammy. I'm not pissing any customers off, but this is true passive income. All right. So I think we can all agree that e-commerce is a passive business, but is it sustainable? And this is where you guys might have heard some noise about drop shipping and e-commerce, how it's not a good way to make money anymore, that no one can do it. It's oversaturated. All right. And guys, stay with me, okay? Because my approach to e-commerce is unlike anyone else's. You guys can challenge me on that during the Q&A. But why are people saying this? Why are there so many videos saying drop shipping is dead, e-commerce is dead? Well, it's because as much opportunity as there is in e-commerce, the space is also getting cleaned up. Meaning Facebook started sending out customer surveys at random. And if you piss too many customers off, they're going to ban your ads and even kick you off their platform. And payment processors that used to work with a lot of e-commerce businesses don't want to process payments for businesses that are schemy, scammy, or pissing customers off. And even customers, they're just getting smarter. They're not falling for free plus shipping, single product stores, general stores. They've gotten burned and they've learned their lessons. And a lot of these models that used to work, they just don't work anymore. And they're scheming. All right. And while everyone else was approaching the business model the wrong way, I decided I was going to approach it in a different way, in a way where value always floats to the top, in a way that actually makes customers happy and provides long-term value, not only to myself, but to everyone else. So we're going to now go over the 2 business models that you will learn from gurus and YouTubers. Are they only teaching these 2 business models? We're going to go over them, and also I will reveal my own. So the first model that people are teaching is called the general store. And some of you guys might have heard of this before, all right? And it's basically when you put a lot of random products on a website, it's super disorganized, it's unrelated, and you're leveraging these baity, scammy tactics to generate sales, like fake reviews, like fake stats about how many customers are on there. And you guys have seen these tricks before, fake countdown timers. And the focus is to sell these wow factor gimmicky products. That moon lamp, that fidget spinner, that race car that turns into a boat when it hits the water, and odds are the customer's never going to get the product, okay? And even if they do, it's so poor quality and different from what they've seen, they're going to be so angry. And the goal here, guys, is to test so many different products. You find one that works, you scale it to the moon, and the moment it gets saturated, it doesn't work anymore, you find the next viral product. And this is an example of a general store. And hope you guys are already seeing some problems with this business model. But look at that. There's so much random crap. Car accessories, kitchen accessories, fitness stuff. So disorganized, right? And don't just take it from me, all right? Take it from one of the biggest gurus in the space. He has thousands of students, and this is the site he uses to advertise his program. And I'll agree. It looks a lot cleaner, a lot crisper, a lot more professional than the previous one. When I did more research into this guy, and I'm not going to call out his name, you guys might know who he is because I'm all about positive vibes, I realized something that broke my heart, that the business model that he is preaching, he hasn't even done in years. And it's so obvious why he hasn't, because he's pissed off so many customers. All right, he's pissed off so many people. And why does that break my heart? Because he's teaching so many people, all right, to give him their money. He's teaching them how to do a business model he himself knows doesn't work and knows isn't legitimate, because these are the problems with the general store. And some of you guys were already thinking about this. It isn't sustainable. It's a lot of random products on a website and it's disorganized. It doesn't inspire trust. It's not passive. The moment you even make any amount of money off of one viral product, you got to reinvest it to get more viral products, right? You're always on this hunt for viral products after one another. and it's not legitimate. Okay, sites come and go so quick, products come and so quick. You're never going to invest money in improving product quality and improving shipping speed or building infrastructure, and you are doomed to be in trouble, whether it's from customers, payment processors, the Facebook ads, or even the government. So no general stores for us, all right? That's not something that we want to build. What about the other one? The other one everyone is teaching is called single product stores. And it's very similar to a general store. It's basically when an entire store is centered around one product, all right? It's the same wow factor, gimmicky type of product. You guys have probably seen these around before. And the focus is to create a lot of different single product stores, hope one goes viral, scale it to the moon. And again, the moment it gets saturated or the moment it just doesn't work anymore, you got to hope you have another viral product store that is working. And this is an example of a single product store. And let me tell you, I think it's a lot more organized, right? It looks a lot more professional and clean compared to a general store, but there should be some serious problems, all right? There should be some serious red flags about all of your sales coming from one product, all right? And some of you guys are already telling me this, all right? Some of you guys are already saying some of these problems. And if you're private messaging me, guys, all right, post it in the everyone chat. But again, don't just hear it from me. Let's hear it from one of the gurus, all right, that made that site, all right? This is a guru with thousands of students as well, all right? And let's see what he says about his own business model. So you know what, Rachel? Let's go ahead and play that clip, and let's see what this guru thinks about his business model.
Okay, so let's get started. The store we'll be using as an example in today's course is mosquitotrapx.com. It was a viral store that did over 500K in the first 2 months. I scaled very fast on this store, and a lot of my competition started to take notice as I scaled to a peak of 30K per day. People were even posting about my site all over ecom groups on Facebook. Eventually, tons of copycats showed up, and I had to descale the store. It sucked having to scale down so quick, but in the end, I was still very profitable. And
so you guys heard, all right? And if you guys have connection issues, you can always hit reconnect. But you guys heard this guy himself, all right? He's teaching thousands of people this business model. Guess what? He did make some money. He did make some money on it. I give him props for that. But this business model he's teaching thousands of people to do, he knows it's unsustainable, all right? And that breaks my heart because the single product is not sustainable. It's not passive, all right? You got to keep making these viral single product sites. You'll never get the free time. You got to keep hunting down these gimmicks, and it's not legitimate because these products come and go. You heard what happened the moment competition moved in, right? You just lost his business. This business you worked hard to build because it's not easy. E-commerce isn't easy, all right? It's never going to be legitimate. You're always going to make customers angry. You're never going to invest in infrastructure or higher quality. You know what, guys? You don't want a business that looks like this. You don't. You want businesses that look like these, that are actually sustainable. You want your hard work to actually pay off dividends for a long time. So here's screenshots of 2 of my e-commerce businesses. This is the first profitable e-commerce business I ever started in August 2018. And look, more than a year later, it had its best day doing over $100,000 in sales. And here is another one of my e-commerce businesses. And yeah, throughout the years, there's ups and downs here and there because of Chinese New Year and different holidays. But look at that. That's the sustainability that you want. Because the type of e-commerce brand that we want to build, we don't want to copy those gurus and those YouTubers. We want something that's sustainable and truly passive. All right. And we want to differentiate ourselves from the competition. You heard the moment the competition moved in for that single product site, he was screwed. So while everyone else is competing on price and product, we are going to compete on brand execution. And why is that so important? What's the value of brand execution? Well, think about it. Think about Apple. Apple manufactures its iPhone 11 Pros for $130 and sells them for $1,000. Now, is Apple the only phone company out there that sells phones that look like iPhones? No, of course not. Right? It's because customers are buying into Apple's branded experience. Okay. And guess what? Executing on brand isn't any more difficult than the other models. I'm going to show you guys how. but we want to build a business that inspires trust and professionalism in customers. All right. We don't want the same business models everyone else has been using that's pissed so many people off. And we want to provide value to customers. All right. We want to actually make them happy because we're indexed in value floating to the top. And also, our business model, the one that we are going to build, is unlike anyone else in the space. So what is my approach to e-commerce that is so different? Well, it's called branded niche e-commerce. All right. And it's all about bootstrapping an e-commerce brand from scratch. And there's two key words here. There's brand and there's niche. All right. Why is niche important? Well, think about it. The most popular businesses that customers trust, are they single product stores and general stores? No. They are niche stores, like the North Face. The North Face is an outerwear niche business. They don't sell one product. They don't sell a bunch of random crap. They sell a bunch of different products that fit in the theme of outerwear, like gloves, like mittens, snow pants, right? Jackets, vests, parkas, like Polo Ralph Lauren. All right, they're not a random general store or a single product store. They're a niche store selling preppy niche items, right? Like polos, chinos, shoes, okay? The brands that customers trust are niche brands, all right? Not single product ones or general stores. There's no general stores that are legitimate except for like Walmart and Target and Costco. So what are the type of businesses I create? Well, the type of businesses I'm going to teach you guys how to create look like these, like Earthpack, all right? That is an adventure dry bag store. And does this look like, does this look like a dropshipping business? Does this look like a single product general store? No. All right. And these bags that are selling for $50 a pop, where did I get from them? All right. Where do these bags come from? Where can you find them? Find them on AliExpress for $8. All right. And yes, you notice that there's logos on those Earth Packs. Don't worry. I'm going to teach you guys how to get logos onto your products. But that's the power of brand. Stores like this one that's selling indestructible, durable, steel-toed shoes. And look at this site. Does this look like a general store? Does this look like a single product store? Does this look like a scheme? No. And these shoes that are selling for $120 a pop right there, AliExpress, $21, and the logo isn't even changed. That's the power of brand. Stores like this one that's selling trench coats and preppy apparel, and these trench coats that are $120, $150 a pop. There you go. $33 a unit. And that's the power of brand. So, clearly my business model is a lot more sustainable than these other guys, but is it accessible? That's the final pillar. We got to compete. Is it accessible? And let's take a step back. All right. Let's take a step back and think. What are some things that you need in order to begin a successful business? All right. And I want people to, chime in. What are the things you need to begin a business? All right. Put it in the chat. All right. Participate. What are the things you need to begin a business? All right. This is a learning experience. All right, exactly, guys, exactly, okay? And if you guys are private messaging me, posting the everyone chat, these are the barriers, all right? You need a lot of money because you got to find someone to manufacture your products. You got to find someone to design your products. You need to find someone to ship your products, logistics. You need a way to sell to customers. You need a way to advertise. You need some expertise, all right? It's hard, and that's when I realized the advice that we were getting from parents, from society, from these older people, it's not bad advice. It's not malicious advice. It's just outdated. I strongly believe that 10, 15, 20 years ago, the best way to be an entrepreneur was to go to college, was to get that corporate job, was to make those connections, was to just save and save and save and finally mortgage your house and go all in on that idea. I think 10, 15-year-olds, that is what you had to do to be an entrepreneur, but not anymore. All right, because the digital revolution has changed everything. It's nothing short of a revolution. So what are the tools that you and I are going to be using in order to bootstrap an e-commerce brand from scratch? All right. First tool is, you guessed it, Facebook. All right. And if this is review information from some of you guys are more advanced, don't worry. I'm about to blow your minds. All right. Stay with me here. Okay. Why is Facebook so valuable? Why is it worth billions? Why is Mark Zuckerberg so rich? It's not because he built the best social media platform. It's because he built the best advertising platform. You see on Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, all the assets that it owns. There are over 3 billion people around the world on it. That's a big market. And 74% of them have higher disposable incomes compared to other social media platforms. And the cool thing about Facebook and the creepy thing is they aggressively collect data from you guys, all right, from everyone in their most sensitive areas, what you're messaging your friends, what you're posting on Facebook, what you're looking at on Instagram, what you're browsing on the internet, okay? And we've all been in those creepy situations where we're talking about dogs out loud and all of a sudden next day you see dog ads, okay? Type of 1 if something creepy like that has happened to you. And in fact, Facebook's algorithm is so powerful. They got fined, okay? They got fined for hacking elections, okay? There's a documentary called The Great Hack on Netflix, okay? And let me tell you, it is crazy. And I'm not here to get political, or I'm not here to talk about ethics, okay? Because it is a little creepy sometimes, but this is great news for entrepreneurs. And the coolest thing about Facebook is that your dollar spent on Facebook, if you know what you're doing, is as good as anyone else's. All right. It's as good as Bill Gates' dollar because Facebook, it doesn't discriminate. And the coolest thing, and I keep saying this because I'm so excited, there's so many cool things. The best thing about e-commerce for you and I, given our situations, for someone that had no money living in his parents' basement, is that no one else knows what they're doing. There's no way to learn Facebook ad strategy. There's no way to learn e-commerce strategy at Harvard, Yale, or Princeton because it's so cutting edge and new. The only way you can learn is from someone that bootstrapped their e-commerce brand like I did. And you know what? This is so incredible. Think about it. The world's best advertisers, for years, they were using billboards, print, TV commercials, magazines. How are they going to now compete on Facebook? It's a completely different game. So they had to start back at ground zero, just like I did. And they let a 23-year-old kick their butts. But that's not the only innovation we're going to be leveraging. There's also, you guessed it, Shopify. Let me tell you, there's no better sound than that cha-ching you get when you get an order. Why is Shopify so talked about? Why are people so obsessed with it? Why is it also worth billions? Well, they solved a problem. They made it easy for anyone to start selling things on the internet. And what they did is they made website design, something you need to know coding experience for now, no technical experience necessary, drag and drop, very easy using themes. And they allowed you to add essential business functions just by going onto their app store, just like an Apple app store and downloading apps. You need a way to email your customers. Bam, that's an app. You need a way to track orders for your customers. Bam, that's an app. You need a way to source products. Bam, that's an app. You need a way to give discounts. That's an app. All right. And they're $5, $10 a month. So you don't have to hire expensive developers anymore. And in fact, Shopify, since it started, has helped new merchants earn $55 billion. All right. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but hey, my 20 million in year one, it's sounding a little scrubby. All right. There's a lot more pie for me to eat. And the coolest thing about Shopify that you can't get with Amazon is you own your own sales channel. They can't kick you off because Shopify doesn't compete against its own users. But that's not the only innovation. We've got to give a shout out to AliBaba. So what is AliBaba? If you guys know who Jack Ma is, he's the richest man in Asia. And how did he earn his billions? Well, he solved another massive problem. You see, he was noticing that Chinese factories were doing all of the world's manufacturing. They're working with the biggest brands out there, but they were getting screwed. Meaning a company like Polo Ralph Lauren, right? They could tell a factory, hey, we want to order 10,000 polos. And last minute, they say, nah, we only want 8,000. And now these factories were left over with 2,000 polos they couldn't get rid of, right? They had to eat those costs. So what Jack Ma did, and why can those factories, why do they have to just accept it? Right? It's because Polo has all the leverage. There's not many brands as big as Polo. There's a lot of factories. So what Jack Ma did, he built an online platform. Okay, you must have heard of AliExpress. They built an online platform, all right, that connected these factories to entrepreneurs and allowed these factories to sell this excess inventory at wholesale low prices. In fact, there's over 100 million products across almost every category you can think of on this website. And you guys have heard about the dropshipping business model. Is dropshipping dead? Guess what? This is a stone cold true statistic. This past year, 23% of all online sales, that's $85 billion worth of transactions was made through the dropshipping business model. So for everyone that says e-commerce is dead, dropshipping is dead. All right, well, I've got 85 billion reasons why it's not. And me personally, I've got over 20 million reasons why it's not dead. And I know you guys have heard some things about AliExpress, and it's true. There are some problems. Sometimes the product quality isn't that good. Sometimes the shipping speed is a little slow, but guess what? I'm going to teach you guys a way on how you can take advantages of the strengths of AliExpress and the dropshipping business model while mitigating its weaknesses. But that's not the only innovation. We've got Photoshop and stock images, and it blows my mind that no one in the space talks about this. Why am I so excited about this? Well, Photoshop is the premier tool used by the leading photographers, advertisers, entertainers in the world. It's the software people use to edit Victoria's Secret models. And for the first time, it's available to you and I for $10 a month. And stock photos, why are they so magical and it's crazy no one talks about this? What is a stock photo? You see, when a big brand like the North Face hires a photographer to do a photo shoot that's very professional and one of the best photographers in the world, he might take 300 photos. And now North Face might say, hey, we only want 100 of those photos. Now this photographer has 200 photos left over. What does he do? He puts them on a stock photo website. You can buy them for pennies on the dollar. And now by combining a little bit of Photoshop, some beginner knowledge, or very little Photoshop and stock images, we are able to create websites and advertisements that look just like the biggest brands in the world. And also, there's one final innovation. You might be thinking, wow, Kevin, that's amazing. I understand this business kind of now, but what about personnel? How do I hire people? Minimum wage is so expensive in certain states in the United States. Well, Upwork came along, and why is Upwork worth billions? They solved another problem. They allowed for entrepreneurs to recruit from the global talent pool, all right? Because there's countries like Ukraine, like the Philippines, like Russia, okay, where there's really smart people, smarter people than me that are so hardworking, and just because of where they are born, they don't have opportunity because the economies there aren't doing so well. And these people, they only want $3, $4, $5 an hour, and they can do such good work. And you know what? They never screw you over because you gave them an opportunity, right? You gave them a life that they didn't even have in their own country. And Upwork allows you to hire and fire employees without red tape and any legal paperwork. So now you can fulfill essential business needs at minimum cost with high quality talent. And over time with Upwork, you can build remote teams that completely make your business fully automated so you don't have to do that much work. In fact, I'm going to show you guys a week in April, guys. This is a particular week in April. This is what my Upwork looked like, just so you guys know I'm not full of it. These are all of the employees on here, all the customer support team, and look at that. 570 hours worked for $3,000. That's all I had to pay for this much labor. And you know what? They were so happy because that's more than they would ever make in their own countries. They're not going to screw me over any time. So how do all these innovations come together? All right, how does it come into one big picture? Well, here is the dropshipping business model. And again, if you've seen this before, stay with me because I'm going to give you a twist. All right, no one really understands it. Essentially, what you're going to do, you're going to build a beautiful website with Shopify, right? You're going to populate it with products from AliExpress, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to create engaging advertisements, all right, with stock photos and Photoshop. Then you use Facebook to target potential customers. They're going to come onto your site and give you money for orders. And then you take their information, send it over to the Chinese factory, and the factory will send the product to the customer. Now you don't have any inventory risk. There's really no investment that's involved. It's very lean. There's very low cost barriers. And this whole time you can build out a great team on Upwork that automates your business. But guess what, guys? If you've seen this before, this is not how it really works. And that infographic is how everyone else thinks what is going on in reality. But let me tell you what is actually happening. You see, AliExpress, it's not the factories. Okay, AliExpress, these factories that have so much excess inventory, that's not AliExpress. AliExpress is agents. All right, you see, these factories have excess inventory. The agent buys it from the factory, and then it's the agent on AliExpress that's working with the entrepreneur and sending it to the customers. I know what you guys are thinking. Wow, Kevin, okay, I get it. There's agents now. You know, why'd you have to make a big deal out of it? What's so important out of it? And in fact, you guys are thinking the same way these gurus and these YouTubers are also thinking about it, but that's a big, big mistake. And what do I mean by that? Why is it a big mistake? Well, let me clarify by introducing you guys to my agent. His name is Alex. And this is one of my favorite pictures because this is the first time Alex and I ever met in person even though we did millions in dollars and transactions prior to that, all right? He met me just December 2019 in person for the first time because he flew out to Bangkok to see me speak in front of 3,000 people at Affiliate World. But why is Alex so awesome? Why are AliExpress agents actually such great assets? Well, first of all, they're entrepreneurs. They're scrappy. They're hustlers. They want better for their family just like you and I do. They also challenge the status quo, all right? And the only reason why I'm able to make a penny, the only reason why I'm even able to make a dime is because these guys, they don't have access to Shopify or Facebook. If they use Shopify or Facebook, they go to prison because of the censorship laws. Or if they could do it, I wouldn't even make a single cent. But these guys are looking for opportunity. They're hungry. They're entrepreneurial. And in fact, they have so much experience negotiating with factories. Remember, it's the agent buying the excess inventory from the factory. And also Alex, he manages his team and his facility. These guys have warehouses. They have teams. They're experts at fulfillment and logistics. And you know what these agents want more than anything else? Because clearly they have a lot of things that we want. What do they want more than anything else? They want stability. Because the only time Alex or these AliExpress agents lose money is when a drop shipper, you saw those gurus, starts selling a product, they take on the inventory risk, and bam, the drop shipper gets banned from Facebook, or, they just leave. Like you saw, the site just goes after 1 month. And guess what? Now, Alex has all these moon lamps, has all these gimmicks, has all these fidget spinners he can't sell. That's the only time he loses money. So what he wants more than anyone else is a stable, consistent business partner. So guys, here's the grand reveal. All right. This is my full strategy of going from $0 in sales, but $3,000 in my bank account to $20 million in a single year. And it's going from drop shipping to brand building. Now, as a part of this journey, guys, there's 4 stages. So be patient and stay with me. There's 4 stages to this process. And most of these gurus out there, these YouTubers, they don't even know how to get past stage 1, but we're going to have 4 stages. So stage 1 is using that drop shipping business model to test concept. But again, we're not going to be drop shipping the same way as everyone else because we're going to pick a niche, all right, that we are interested in. Not a single product, not a bunch of random crap, a niche that we are interested in, and we're going to source those products from AliExpress. And we're going to choose products that are evergreen. Okay, not gimmicks, not these wow factors things, staple products that people actually want all the time. And sorry, guys, my nose is a little itchy for some reason. Maybe it's out of excitement. Maybe I have a nose for value, but sorry if that's a little annoying. We're going to pick evergreen products. And also, we want a brand identity for our business, right? We want to compete on brand while everyone else is competing on product and price. And also, we want to build something that's professional and trustworthy on Shopify, all right? Not the same free plus shipping, these gimmicky stores that customers are used to seeing. And we're going to create engaging advertisements for the business using a little stock photo and a little Photoshop magic, all right? We're building our website on Shopify. And then we're going to leverage Facebook to target interested customers. That's stage 1. And in fact, let's actually do that step by step together. So let's just say I have a deep passion for bohemian female clothing. And I really don't. All right. I really don't know anything about it. I figured, hey, if I pick a niche, all right, that obviously has nothing to do with me, female bohemian clothing, and I'm able to make it work, then I can prove to you guys this business model is legitimate. So we're going to go ahead and source some products. And because it's a niche store, we're looking for 3 categories of products. We're looking for bottoms, we're going to look for dresses, and we're going to look for accessories. So let's go ahead and start sourcing. Wow. Here are all the products we have for boho pants, right? I just searched that. And wow, these are cheap, all right? And they look great. And remember, the difference between what you charge and what the cost is on AliExpress is your profit margin on your order. So those are bottoms. Let's see if we can find dresses. Wow, same thing. Some great looking products at wholesale discounted prices because it's excess inventory. I love it. And now let's look at accessories. Wow. Same thing, right? So cheap. Some of these look great. So clearly we've got some great products sourced onto the website. Now let's build a brand identity, right? We want to compete on product and price. We want a brand identity. And I'm going to call this Soul Bottoms, right? Because it's targeting females, that are bohemian, maybe a little free soul. And you guys might be wondering, wow, that's a pretty good logo. Who'd you pay to get that done? Which creative agency did you hire? Nope. I took my own medicine, like I told you guys. Went to a stock photo website. I looked up boho logo and found this right over here. I looked up free bohemian font and found this font, okay? And with a little bit of Photoshop, all right, literally like 5-6 minutes, bam, this logo, you see how we combined that? This logo was born. So now that we made this brand, we got to make a site that we're proud of, a site that actually converts. And it's the same story. These are all stock photos of Bohemian girls. These are all AliExpress photos that are provided for you. And does this look like a general store? Does this look like a single product store? No, but this is the type of legitimacy it actually takes to convert customers, all right? Look at that. That's the type of business that actually thrives in today's day and age, not those single product scams or general stores. So we built a site that we're really proud of. Now let's make some advertisements. Same thing. This is a Bohemian stock photo. Look up Bohemian girl. We found this girl. Did a little bit of Photoshop over here, right? A little bit of Photoshop. Bam. We put it on there. Okay. And this is text you can enter in on Facebook. This is the same thing. This is not the same girl. This is a random stock video of a girl doing yoga. All right. We Photoshop the sale on top, put the AliExpress photo on top, and bam, these creatives take less than 20 minutes to make from scratch. And these are the types of advertisements that actually convert. You can't tell the difference between this and a major brand, all right? Because of the power of Photoshop and stock photos. So we made some great advertisements. Now we go on Facebook and we target potentially interested customers. So there's some Bohemian interest, right? And there's also yoga interest. You guys are probably thinking about some great interest as well and types of people that would buy this. Awesome. So this is stage one, all right? And by the end of stage one, you're going to accomplish some amazing things. You're going to find a winning combination of products, website, advertisement, and targeting that you can now start scaling. Are you going to test those things and find a winning combination? And you know what? We're going to do something that no one else wants to do. Everyone else says, hey, don't give customers refund. No exchanges. Treat them like crap because it's all about making money. No. We're going to provide responsive and generous customer support because we're indexed on long-term value. And throughout the process, as you're building out this e-commerce business, you're learning the most high-demand skills in the world, like ad strategy, like web design, like graphic design, the most high-demand skills. And you're also building out your remote team on Upwork. And the most beautiful part about this process, guys, is that you not only have a business that can make you a lot of money and consistent passive money, it's actually legitimate. You're not going to get in trouble. All right. You're actually going to make people happy. And these are some of my students that got to the end of stage one, like Christian doing $1,000 a day. Like Regina, she's from a different country. She's doing $288 a day. Like, oh, fair, right? From March 1st, right? Look at that. In the first 18 days of March, okay, $15,000. And again, it's one thing to see these images. It's one thing to see these results like that. It's another to actually, see it and hear it from an actual student. So you know what, Rachel? Let's go ahead and play that video by Harsha. Let's hear how does Harsha feel and how happy is he about hitting to stage one? All right, Rachel, let's play that video.
I went from literally knowing nothing to successfully growing my store to $5,000 in revenue in its first month. Hey guys, it's Harsha, and I'm only 22 years old, and I had no experience with e-commerce before I started learning from Kevin. I work a corporate job, and I just want an experience of running my own online business because I know that's the way that the world is heading. I went from literally knowing nothing to successfully growing my store to $5,000 in revenue in its first month, and I can attribute that all to Kevin. I just wanted to give him a shout out because I know that this community is one of the best e-commerce communities in the entire world.
So you guys heard from Harsha, right? You guys heard from Harsha how happy he felt. If you're inspired by Harsha's story, if you're inspired by him, let's give Harsha some love, all right? I'm going to show him a video of this. Like, let's give him some love. Let's everyone type in, I love Harsha. Type in, I love Harsha right now if you want to give him some love, because what's so great about Harsha, he did this as a side hustle while working a very intense corporate job, 50, 60, 70 hours a week. And man, is he happy now that he has his own business. And guess what? If you thought stage one was amazing, all right, wait for stage two, because remember, there's 4 stages. The gurus, they don't even know how to move past stage one. And most of them, they can't even do stage one correctly. And I'm seeing some awesome questions already, but guys, wait for the Q&A, all right? There's so much more information coming up because stage two is when it gets fun. You go from drop shipping to brand building. And what you're going to do now is you have a sustainable business. You're treating customers right. You're not doing a single product or general store. It's actually lasting. You're going to say, hey, Alex, hey, AliExpress agent, okay? I'm sustainable. I'm what you've always wanted, and things are going to change a little now, right? And what are they going to do? They're going to give in to your demands because you're everything they've ever wanted, a sustainable e-commerce drop shipping partner. And what you're going to say is, hey, the next time you go to the factory, I want my logo on the products. I want to improve my shipping times. I want to get to the United States in 10 days. I want to get to Australia, Canada in 12 days, all right? I want to get to customers fast enough so they're not angry anymore. You know that hoodie I'm selling, that hoodie, I want it US sizing, and those loose threads that sometimes comes, I want that to end. And why is this agent going to say yes? Because, and sorry for itching my nose, I have no idea what's going on. Why is this agent going to say yes? Obviously, because you made them money. You're all they ever wanted. And the coolest thing about this, guys, the coolest thing is AliExpress prices are usually 2 to 4 times more expensive than the factory level. Remember, AliExpress is all agents. They're all entrepreneurs. And why are they charging such massive premiums? Not because they're bad people, because it gets screwed by dropshippers that come and go so much, that do those scammy business models. They have to charge that much in order to offset their losses. And stage 2 is all about this, all right? And you're still building out your team throughout this process on Upwork, but stage 2 is about this. You got something to work. All right. And now let's make sure it's actually sustainable. And this is what soul bottoms look like at the end of stage 2. All right. This is what soul bottoms looks like in stage 2. Wow. How can customers ever get angry if your products, those same AliExpress products are now higher quality? How can they ever get angry if they're coming in this custom packaging with your brand on it? If they're coming with these tags with your brand on it? You're the same as any other e-commerce brand now. So overnight, something magical happened. You went from bootstrapping a brand using drop shipping to now having a full-fledged e-commerce brand with your logos on everything. This brand that didn't exist before, you just conjured out of air without needing to invest in inventory. But guess what? That's not it. That's just stage 2. Let's go to stage 3. So what is stage 3 all about? Well, now that you've done it so well with one store, right? You got it branded. It's sustainable. Customers are happy. You're going to go to your AliExpress agent. You're going to go to Alex and say, hey, I want exclusivity. All right, I made you a lot of money. I'm actually sustainable. I'm treating customers right. I'm delivering value. You got me those logos, but now you can't work with anyone else. All right. If you're that hot prom queen and I'm the high school quarterback, you can't be talking with other boys anymore. And guess what? They're going to say yes. And this is also how I got my team on the ground in China. It's free. All right. They're just going to agree to work exclusively with you. And now you have a full-fledged team on the ground in China. And at this point, the focus is on building out more of those remote teams on Upwork so you can start freeing up your time. Now you can use that time to either grow even more, or we can use that time to spend it with your loved ones and your family. Now that you've done it well with one niche, all you do is go into other niches, right? And you do the same process over and over and over again. And throughout this process, you're mastering the e-commerce toolkit that every organization wants. All right, everyone wants this e-commerce toolkit. For 30 minutes of my time, I charge $1,000 to some of these corporate clients. And this is what $20 million in sales single year looks like. This is the infrastructure I was able to build through Upwork and AliExpress. All right, starting with only $3,000. This is what you are able to build. And again, it's one thing to hear from me and my story. Let's actually hear it from a student. Let's hear it from a student that got to stage 3. All right, so Rachel, let's go ahead and play that video by Austin. I think everyone wants to meet Austin. Let's see how Austin is doing in stage 3. Rachel, let's go.
I don't really talk about my success, but I'll throw up a couple slides of what we look like and how much we've made. It's your boy Austin. I just want to give a quick shout out to Kevin Zhang. I've been able to grow substantially. The experience has been great. He's helped me come from like 6 figures to substantial 7 figures, going to 8 figures. And then he's always been there, and the content he produces and provides is just so valuable. I don't really talk about my success, but I'll throw up a couple slides of what we look like and how much we've made in the past 2 months. And I look forward to just growing with Kevin and his team moving forward. And I hope you decide to come to
All right, guys. So you heard from Austin. He was at 6 figures. All right, now he's moving to 7, even 8 figures. This is a self-made millionaire in the making. All right, a multi-millionaire in the making. And did it take decades? Did it take years? No, it took a matter of months for him to get there with my strategy. And you know, Cassandra, I love to record this, but I get a little self-conscious because of this nose itching. All right, I don't want the world to know I have an itchy nose. Okay, that's not a good look for me. I don't want my mom seeing me itching my nose. But that's not even the final stage, because there's stage 4. And that's e-commerce mastery. This is where I want everyone to get to. At this point, you've created high passive income. Now you can enjoy your time and your freedom. You've mastered high demand skills that every organization desires, okay? And you have something now that you never had when you started. Something that I have right now, that the Kevin living in his parents' basement with $3,000 and a bunch of credit cards, something he never had. The skills, the money, and the team now to pursue the craziest ideas out there, like making a streetwear brand made out of weed. How crazy it is that I am wearing weed right now. And let me tell you, it's been my dream since high school to launch a streetwear brand. Now it's finally coming true. And why is that? It's because value floats to the top. And guys, we're about to move into Q&A where you can ask me your questions, but do another exercise for me, all right? I want you guys to close your eyes, and don't worry, all right, it's going to be a little silly, but just do it. There's a method to everything, and you've already stuck with me so far, all right? Imagine now. Imagine that you're working 1 to 2 hours a day to sustain an automated 6-figure, 7-figure, or even 8-figure business that you're proud of, that you're making more than your current 9 to 5 every month, working on your own schedule from anywhere in the world. That's one of the best things about e-commerce. Now you've reclaimed your time and your freedom while enjoying those precious moments that make life truly valuable. You've become an expert, one of the most fastest growing fields in the world, because that's what happened to my life in just the course of a year. And this is one of my favorite photos. This is when my business did its first $1 million. What I did is I flew back to Chicago where my parents are, and I surprised them. I took them to the most expensive restaurant in Chicago, and it was such a surreal moment. You know, they'd never been to a place like this before. And I've gotten to meet incredible people despite my age and inexperience. And you guys already saw this photo with me and Rachel. And this is me playing with a baby elephant, or in moments before speaking in front of 3,000 people at Affiliate World. Because my business is able to generate passive income, I can travel to the places I never got to go as a kid growing up. And don't let all this glam, don't let all this press, don't let all this, hype fool you, because this is where I was just over a year ago, in my parents' basement, when the whole world thought I was an absolute loser. And you know what, guys? Years from now, when your family and your friends, they ask you a question, I know, okay? I know, the tech bubble. Some of you guys weren't even old enough to be a part of it. Financial crisis, it came and went. You didn't know about it. Cryptos, you don't know about it either. But guess what? Years from now, when your friends, when your family, when your kids ask you, hey, what were you doing during the e-commerce revolution? What were you doing during one of the greatest wealth-generating events in human history? What were you doing then? You can't look them in the eye honestly. You can't look yourself in the mirror honestly and say, I didn't know. Because Kevin just told you all about it. And before we move into Q&A, I have some more questions for you guys. What do you guys think is the best way to use your money? All right, is it to spend it? Is it to invest it? And also, if you want to invest it, what's the best thing to invest in? Is it stock market? Is it real estate? Let me tell you, the best thing to invest in yourself is not stock market or real estate, because markets go up and down. There's only one asset you have that you can control how it performs. You can control how much it appreciates, and that's yourself, because only you can decide what you are doing each and every day and how you perform. And also, what do you guys think is the biggest factor to my success? Is it because I worked long hours? Is it because I was just smarter than everyone else? Or is it because I'm more educated? Let me tell you, back in my corporate job, the partners, the high-level managers, the executives, they were way smarter than me. They went to Harvard Business School, Harvard Law School, way smarter, worked way longer hours, way more educated. And guess what? I'm making more than many of them. The secret to my success is the e-commerce revolution, because with disruption comes major opportunity, and it's because it's growing so fast. And also, how badly do you want the things that you want in your life? Is it just something that you want to say to people? Is it just something that sounds good? It's a good soundbite? Or do you truly want them and you want to fight for your goals? And also, do you believe in e-commerce? Do you believe that anyone can bootstrap an e-commerce business from the ground up? I want you to type in I believe if you believe it. I want you to type in I believe if you believe in e-commerce right now. Because guys, this is the year I changed the world of education. That's what I'm going to disrupt, because I think it's messed up. I think it's messed up that my middle-class parents, all right? My middle-class parents had to pay $250,000. I had to take on massive student loans, that after paying that amount of money, I graduated not feeling anywhere closer to happiness and fulfillment. I think that's messed up. And how am I going to disrupt this education space? In the same way I did e-commerce, believing in that value always floats to the top. All right, that's how I'm going to disrupt it. So I thought to myself, okay, well, if I want to disrupt education, it's a massive industry. It's not a trivial task. How am I actually going to do it? And I did so much research. These gurus, they're selling courses. They send you these video lessons. And I determined something. Hey, for someone to disrupt the world of education, you can't just send someone 10, 20 videos in a Facebook group and say, hey, you're on your own now and good luck and, go ahead and change your life. That's not what it takes to disrupt education. So for 4 months, almost thinking full time every single day, I crafted this way of disrupting education. And first off, it has to do with skills building, all right? And not just 10, 20, 30 lessons, 181 lessons, everything I know about bootstrapping an e-commerce brand from scratch. And you know what, guys? This is something my lawyers absolutely hate when I do, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways because of IP issues. But these are the lessons that I was able to create. 181 lessons. This is what e-commerce mastery looks like, and everything you need to know. All right, starting out, the mindset you need. All right, understanding the dropshipping business model. How do you actually determine a niche? All right, what are the lessons like? It's like this. I always break down the theory. All right, and then I go into execution and I teach you how to do it. This is where I teach you how to find a niche that's not too big and not too small. But we're going to look at more of the lessons because it's so comprehensive. These are all of the consumer psychology lessons. These are all introduction to Shopify design. All right. These are all the advanced ones. One of the biggest questions is like, hey, I don't know how to code, Kevin. How am I ever going to make a nice website? Guess what? I don't know how to code either. So let's take a look at, let's say, how to build a great site. This is us designing a logo. It's always step by step, assuming you don't know anything. Like you were just like me, my mom's, my parents' basement. So this is a home goods store, right? And let's see. What we do is go onto stock photos, right? And we find a good stock photo, all right? We go into Photoshop, okay? And we go ahead and do a little bit of Photoshop magic, right? The most basic, and bam, we built a logo called Modern Habitat. That's the brand. This whole lesson, even if you don't know anything, takes 6 minutes to cover. But let's see what the site ends up looking like. Is it actually a good site? Does it actually look like people can buy from it? Look at that. All this is stock photos and a little bit of Photoshop or AliExpress photos. That's a site that we build together. And this whole site, we build 5 sites, by the way, and 5 different niches together, step by step, assuming you don't know anything. Okay, we build 5 of them. This is one of them. All right, this whole site takes less than 45 minutes to build. But that's not it, all right? Everyone wants to talk about advertising. So, hey, Kevin, what do the creatives you make look like? These are all, right? These are all of the advertising lessons, right? The creatives you make, the ads. So let's talk about video creatives. Everyone's obsessed with video. Let's see the type of video creatives we make. Same store, are making some video creatives. We go and pick some products. All right, I think we pick some pillows in here. We go and find a stock video that we can use, right? Like, I'm not BSing. This is the approach I use for all my sales. We go in to Adobe, Final Cut Pro, just very basic video editing, some Photoshop, and bam. This is what the ad looks like at the end of it all. All right, take a look at this. Okay, look at that. Nice to tap an ad that it takes to convert. And this whole thing didn't cost that much money to make. All right, we didn't hire an agency, expensive designer, 15 minutes. Okay, so there's so many lessons. Facebook ad strategy, keeping yourself out of trouble, all of this. We can talk about more of this later. Our Q&A is going to follow this, but that's not it. You can't just give someone a course and disrupt education. You can't leave someone on an island where they don't know what they're doing and just expect it. Even if the course just answers 99.9% of questions, people need that mentor, someone to make them motivated, someone to support them throughout the process. So as a part of my e-commerce incubation program, live call with me every single week, video to video, where you can ask your most pressing questions. But again, that's not it. I'm serious about disrupting education. Everyone that doubted me now, they're the same people that doubted me with e-commerce. I did $20 million sales in my first year. That's not it. We need a community. You want to learn from people, right? With your peers that are actually driven, not some Facebook group with a bunch of crap inside and no one's actually hustling. A community like this. This is what the community looks like every single day. We got people with testimonies look at that. $100,000 in 10 days. Look at that. That is absolutely nuts, okay? Let's take a look at the comments. Are people jealous? Are people angry that he did so well? No. Look at that. Amazing, amazing. Everyone is so happy. This is the community. Look at that. $144. All right, we keep going up. Everyone's asking questions. All right, everyone's getting responded. I respond to every single question. My favorite part about this community is this section. All right, all these extra resources. But look, there's a student success section, and people put their student success. And look at all this. Look at all these success stories. All right, literally every single day we get success stories coming in because of this program. Look at that. 1K a day on day 2. Day 2 of starting $1,000. All right, first order $60, $12, $75, $131. All right, $16,000 in the first month. Okay, $700 in a week. Look at that. These are the success stories coming. There's so many of them. All right, that's the type of community action takers. And also, that's not enough. That's not enough to disrupt education. You can't just be learning from me. You got to learn from other experts. So I leverage my own personal network, and I bring in 7-figure, 8-figure, or even 9-figure people that at least made millions of dollars doing e-commerce to come teach lessons every other week. So every week, a live call with me. Every other week, a live lesson with a rock star. And they're not scrubs. They're people like Joshua Chin. They made $21 million sending out emails. He taught email marketing. Like Sean Mike Kelly, founder of Jersey Champs. All right, he uses A-list celebrities in e-commerce like Donald Trump, Ice Cube, 2 Chainz. All right, Mark Cuban, and he built a 1 million Instagram following with only $1,000 in his bank. Like Jeet, there's an 8-figure e-commerce entrepreneur that only works with U.S. suppliers. But guess what? That's not it. That's not enough to disrupt education. I'm serious when I say value flows to the top. No red tape. All right, I don't want anyone that joins to have to go talk to a lawyer before they start. So you know what? The legal documents you need to start, all right, the legal documents that you need to start, they're right over here. You get all of the legal documents sent to you from my team, like this one. The biggest thing is about privacy. Everyone's concerned about privacy. These are all templates my legal team has made. All right, plug and play so you can start day 1 without talking to any lawyers. All right, and that's not it, because value flows to the top. Everyone that joins the program has free access to my team on the ground in China. Better prices than AliExpress. An English-speaking representative. Fast logistics. Fast shipping speeds from the very beginning. When you're ready for your logos on your products, I do it for you for free. I am taking on your inventory risk for you, just like your agent. I become your agent, all right? Because value flows to the top. When you're ready to make your own hemp bags, we will also collaborate to do that. So what does it take to make successful entrepreneurs, not just to sell some dirty course, all right, not just to, get people's money, to actually get success stories? It takes all of this. And in fact, guys, I thought to myself, okay, I worked so hard to make this. What am I going to price it at? Okay. And a year ago, this venture capitalist, very legit guy from Harvard, Harvard Kennedy School and Wharton, he said, hey, I love your story. $0 to $20 million in your first year. That's crazy. I think if we made an incubation program, we could charge $40,000 to $60,000 a year for membership. And you're going to get funding. People are going to buy it. Universities want to be a part of it. And I thought, oh my gosh, I can't do that. I can't charge $40,000 or $60,000 a year. Or else Kevin, his mom's basement, wouldn't even be able to be a part of this program. I can't even make the program for myself. Okay, I'm not here to get rich people to become more rich. All right, I want to empower people. So how am I going to price it? Well, I thought to myself, hey, it's messed up that my college experience was $250,000. I have a bunch of student loans I've paid off by now, but it was hard on my family. I want to make something better than college, but the price of 1 credit hour. Instead of 120 credit hours, my university, just 1 credit hour. In fact, I'm so confident in my program. I'm so confident in my strategies. A 30-day money back guarantee. Literally within the first 30 days, if you give these strategies a solid try, all right, you will get your money back if it doesn't work for you. That is how confident I am. That is a riskless decision, all right, 30 days. You can request literally tomorrow. If you try out these strategies and give it an honest shot, you can get a refund tomorrow. All right, first 30 days, you have a chance. And it takes 1 week, 1.5 weeks usually to get something going. All right, you have 30 days. And guess what? not any of that 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 stuff, these crap that these gurus pull. Lifetime access. Screw the 1-year subscription. You pay one time, you're in it for life. A life call with me every single week for life. God forbid something terrible happens to me. So what is the price for 1 credit hour? $2,000. And in fact, because it is no risk, all right, because of that 30-day money back guarantee, because there's that policy, I want to reward action takers. That's why I do these free live trainings, right? Because I'm finding people to help me disrupt the world of education. So if you're in the first 10 people, all right, because there is no risk. If you're in the first 20 people that join this program from the session, you get that viral product niche report sent to you every single month for an entire year for free. This is something that costs $500. Insights from my team on the ground in China. All right, if you're in the first 10 people that join, all right, before you even run any advertisements, my team and I will go into your Shopify business, your store, and give you critical feedback and actionable steps so you know it's a great system. That's only for the first 10. So Rachel, let's go ahead and float out the offer to everyone, all right? And let's get some fast action bonuses going on. And I know, guys, I know $2,000. It's a lot of money. At one point in my life, it was so much money. But you know what? How many times have you had $2,000 in your bank account? And what did you do with that money? All right, did you spend it on things? Did you spend it on other people? When was the last time you invested in yourself? Because look at these students like Clayton doing $100,000 in the first month. All right, like Wes doing $32,000 in the first 4.5 days. 4.5 days since joining, $32,000. Like this student. All right, $20,000 a day. I want to thank you, bro. Your strategies are the best. Your fulfillment teams. Without you guys, I don't know what I would have done. All right, so Rachel's sent it out. Okay, we got some fast action takers already, and I absolutely love it. But let's move into the Q&A. All right, I want to provide value to as many people as possible. So I'm going to do something kind of controversial, guys. I'm going to do something kind of controversial. All right, Minnie, I'm calling you out. All right, I'm going to do something controversial because it's a riskless decision. Because literally, if you give this a solid try in the first 30 days, or if you give this a solid try, and Steve, I'm not going to lower this price. All right, if you give this thing a first try in the first 30 days, you can get your money back. All right, so why did I bring up this timer? Well, at the end of this timer, I'm going to start it now. Okay, that's the time we have for Q&A. At the end of this timer, if you want to join this e-commerce incubation program, okay, so out of this session, this is what you're going to see. Go on to kevinzhang.com/program. I'm not lying here, all right? You guys can see yourself. We're going to go here, all right? $4,000. That's the public price outside of these trainings. Why do I do this? Because I know the people that attend these trainings first and then join, they have more high chance of being successful. And all I care about is success stories. I don't care how many people join. You know what my goal is? It's kind of selfish. I want to bundle up all these success stories, all these testimonials. I want to send it to the New York Times in a year, and I want to be on the front cover for disrupting the world of education. That's what I want. All right. It might be a little selfish because I want to be, famous, but guess what? Our incentives are aligned. I can only do that if my students have success. So Carlos said, hey, were you on Forbes? Yes. So I'm the youngest member of the Forbes Business Council. I've been on Forbes. I've been on Entrepreneur, but this time I'm going to go back and I'm going to be on the front cover. So a lot of people, they're like, hey, I don't believe that you're on Forbes. How do I know? Let's just look it up. Forbes Business Council, Kevin Zhang. Let's take a look at this. Bam. There's my profile. All right. You guys can Google this too. It's legitimate. Okay. I am not like these little gurus that just lie all the time. All right. I'm not like them. So let's go ahead and get more questions going. Awesome. So the first question, we got Jeff. So Jeff just said, okay, can you please explain how the fulfillment service works? It's kind of confusing. All right, Jeff, this is how it works, Jeff. Okay. So let me go ahead and bring it back to that slide. Now, what does the fulfillment service do to you as a part of this program? Well, the moment you get your first order, all right, my team is going to fulfill it for you. So you don't have to worry about logistics. You don't have to worry about getting the best price. I have a guaranteed better price than AliExpress. You don't have to worry about negotiating with your agents for faster logistics because we already provide that for you. 10 days to the United States. All right, you get an English-speaking account representative. This is all free. When your products are ready for private labeling, when your products are ready for the logos on them, we also do it for you for free. And as a part of this, we also take on your inventory risk. I am the one putting my money up for your inventory risk. So let me know if that makes sense. All right, let me know if that makes sense. Let's get more questions going on. All right, let's get more questions going on. No, David just said, hey, can you explain the inventory risk more? Can you explain inventory risk? What do you mean by inventory risk? Well, I'll show you guys, all right? Let's just say I'm going to AliExpress. We find these products, right? This is the catalog. And let's say we want to sell some winter coats. So let's say you want to sell this coat. This is $28, all right? Now, at the factory level, let's just say it's $15, right? Because it's 2 times more expensive. This is how it works, all right? If you sell one of these jackets, you're on my fulfillment service. I'm fulfilling it for you. The moment you get your store onboarded in the fulfillment service, I can't just buy one jacket for you, even though you've only sold one. I have to take a minimum order quantity, right? Factories make me take the minimum. I'm taking the risk for you guys. So if they make me take 200 units minimum, which is very standard, that's $3,000. All right. So ask your parents to take on the inventory risk for you. Ask your parents to take on that inventory risk. I bet they will not. I love you more than your own mama. All right. That's part of the reason why I have to charge for this incubation program. I lose money on some students because, they sell one product, they change their mind, they want to sell other things. It's like, crap. Now we have 200 units of that jacket that no one's going to sell. So that is part of the risk that I am taking. Why am I doing this? Because I want to disrupt education. I want to be famous for disrupting this multi-billion-dollar industry that I think is letting people down. So you know what? Let's go ahead and answer some even more questions. I want to provide value to everyone. All right. So we got Maya. Maya said, hey, how do I know I'm going to make my $2,000 back? It's a lot of money. How do I know I'm going back? Maya, all right, you make that decision yourself. You have a 30-day money back guarantee. You give this thing an honest shot. You can submit your refund request within 30 days. All right. And look at this. First 4.5 days, you did 33,000. You have 30 days to get your money back. So there is no risk. All right. And also, yeah, there's no risk. I don't know if you can't even take a riskless decision. I don't know how you're ever going to have the courage to be an entrepreneur. Don't buy if you're still unconvinced of the value, and there's literally no risk. All right. There's literally no risk. So Rachel is floating up the offers. All right. For you guys to be able to buy. Remember the fast action bonuses. So let's get another question going. All right, we got Jessica. Jessica said, hey, have any students been able to make money in the first week? Yes, Jessica. People have been able to make money in the first week, like Wes, all right? $2,000 spent for $33,000 in the first 4.5 days. All right, first 4.5 days, yes, okay? All right, so we got another question. Neil said, hey, do you take a percentage of people's stores' profits? No. I take 0%. I take on risk for you, and I don't even get a cut of your profits. When do I make money off of you? I make money if you scale. You do big numbers like Wes, like these guys, then I get a small margin on your orders, of course. As part of my fulfillment service, that's when I start making money. I only make money because of this success stories, all right? I lose money on some students, all right? I lose money. Awesome, all right. Let's get even more questions going on, all right? Awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome for those of you guys that joined. I love it. We got some action takers in the house. I absolutely love it. Someone just said, hey, how do you contact an agent, right? How do you actually go and talk to an agent? So you don't even have to talk to agents because you have my fulfillment service. But let's say you're like, hey, I don't want to use, Kevin's fulfillment service. My program is so comprehensively. Welcome, Neandra. My program is so comprehensive. All right. I've never gotten asked a question I didn't cover. So let's take a look. All right, this is all about infrastructure and automation. Let's see. Wow, negotiating with your agents. Okay, well, let's take a look. And again, all lessons are like this. All right, it starts with me breaking down the theory. I'm teaching you how to negotiate with agents, with Chinese people, and bam, guess what? Scripts in English for product quality, for delivery times, all right, for adding custom packaging and labels and logos, for finding alternative suppliers if you don't like your current one, and the same scripts in Chinese. That's what it takes to make a splash. So you don't even have to do this stuff because of the fulfillment service that I give you free access to. But if you did, it's all there in the program. All right. So let's get some more questions going. All right. Let's get some more questions going. Awesome. So Riley just said, I'm so excited about the skills in the program. What if we use your lessons to build Shopify's for other people and other businesses? Wow. I love you, Riley. I love it. I love that question. That is entrepreneurial. That is proactive thinking. All right. It's, hey, can I use these skills to actually help other people? Hey, Riley, it's okay. All right. Stop spamming it out. It's, hey, can I use these skills to help other people and make money that way? I love that hustling mentality. And absolutely, How can you almost guarantee a return? Well, first of all, you can get a refund in the first 30 days, all right? But let's just say how you can guarantee you make money. You get positive, all right? Well, let's see. And, it's not a guarantee because you have to work hard. You can't sit on your couch all day, right? But let's take a look at this, all right? I just looked up Shopify design on Upwork. Take a look at how much money people are making Shopify stores for other people. 175, 125, 120. Some of my students are on Upwork doing this. All right, look at that. How could you not pay for this back? If you don't think you have the hustle to do this, then guess what? Don't join this program. I don't want you to join. And in fact, I want to introduce you guys to a student of mine, right? He depleted all his funds to join the e-commerce incubation program. He comes from a very poor country in Asia. He had to start off servicing other businesses, and he loved it so much. Let's see how he's doing. So, Rachel, we're going to go ahead and play that video of Tyler. Let's see how Tyler did servicing other businesses.
With his advice, I was able to help a fashion brand client I have make their first 5-figure day. And after a 14-day long promo, we managed to generate 6 figures worth of revenue. Hey, this is Tyler. I help e-commerce brands grow their business through paid media, marketing, and business growth strategies. So I came across Kevin, heard that he was doing 20 million a year using dropshipping. I had to pay attention. Kevin is the real deal. He cares about people and he puts out valuable content. With his advice, I was able to help a fashion brand client I have make their first 5-figure day. And after a 14-day long promo, we managed to generate 6 figures worth of revenue. So if you're looking for someone knowledgeable in e-commerce, dropshipping, and Facebook ads, Kevin is the guy. All you need to do is just follow his content, implement what you've learned, and then you'll see results.
So you guys just heard from Tyler, right? You heard how he's doing servicing other people. I love it. So D-Rod just asked, hey, do I get the fulfillment service day one when I join? Yes, the moment you join, we carve out your spot in the fulfillment service. And you know what? Just so you guys know, it's not Fugazi. Look at this. This is how many of my students are getting onboarded right now. Look at that. They're getting onboarded. This is my fulfillment service. You get literally logged into Skype with an English-speaking rep, and you are just processing orders and making money. Look at this. All these students, they are absolutely stacking paper right now. I absolutely love it. I love it. Someone just asked what happens after I pay $2,000. Well, you get access to everything I just talked about. And if you do it, all right, Rachel's going to let us know how many fast action bonuses are left. I don't know how many are left, but if you do it now, you get fast action bonuses as well. I literally review your Shopify business before you even start advertising, before you do anything, all right? So let's go with even more questions. Someone just said, hey, does e-commerce still work given what happened with coronavirus, right? Given that coronavirus happened, is e-commerce still good? I love that question. Way to be proactive. And let's find out right now, all right? Let's find out what's going on. What happened because of coronavirus? Well, okay, because of what happened, people want to stay indoors and avoid public places more than ever. We are seeing sales absolutely rocket. Look at that. Absolutely rocket. It makes sense. You know what the coolest thing about my fulfillment service is? The coolest thing, all right? I'm going to go back to that slide just to tell you all about the fulfillment service. The coolest thing is if you went on AliExpress right now and tried to do my business model on your own, guess what? The main shipping option, e-packet, is offline. AliExpress is not reliable anymore, all right, because passenger planes aren't allowed to depart. And most of AliExpress's cheap shipping options, this is your 30-day, 60-day shipping options, aren't even legit anymore. So what's going on is demand in the market is higher than ever by consumers. And guess what? Competitors are getting wiped out. Unless they have a team on the ground in China, they can't even ship reliably, but not my students. That's why we are cleaning up. That's why we're seeing the results that we're getting. Look at all this cleanup going on, all right? That's why we have so much success stories. Someone just said, hey, how do I know that you're going to show up for the live call? How do I know it's not going to be a scam? Well, first of all, I'm the youngest member of the Forbes Business Council. I'm very, very public, all right? If I'm scamming you, you report me to the cops, okay? I'll get arrested. And I'm just not that type of person. All right, I show up every single week. All right, and you know what? We are so dedicated students. We have a 24/7 chat with all the students, 24/7 support, right? Announcements, weekly live calls. We're giving all. Look at that. Every single call is announced in here. This is level of support. Look at that. These guys are all working together, making money, doing well together. That's a community that we are trying to buy. And you know what? What I love about the live calls It's not just the questions. All right. Obviously, you get to ask me all the questions. What I love is when someone goes, hey, you know, I don't have a question today, Kevin. What I want to tell you is a year ago, I was a waitress. You know, a few months ago, I was unemployed. And just yesterday, I did my first $1,000 in sales. And it's like, oh my God, that is absolutely nuts. That's why I love doing what I do. All right. That's why I love doing what I do. Someone just said, hey, have you ever invested your money in a student before? What if we want to work with you? Have you ever invested in a student? Yes, I have invested in students. I've invested in multiple students, and I'm going to show you guys something that's going to be so exciting. You guys know Arrowhead Tactical, right? I showed you guys in the very beginning, Arrowhead Tactical Apparel. Well, this is that store right here. All right, it's legit. This is that store. And this guy, all right, just wait. This guy, Alex Monopoulos, he is one of my students. All right. I invested in Arrowhead Tactical with him because he was crushing it. And he said, Kevin, I know with your money, I can take it to the next level. All right. This is literally his business that I invested in. I collaborate with my students all the time because that's the type of family I am trying to build. All right. That's the type of family I have. So let's keep going. All right. Let's keep going with these questions. Someone just said, I love learning in a community. You know, can you keep telling more about your community? So first of all, you got a 24/7 community with all the students right over here, right? All of the students right over here. So that's our community right there. And let's take a look at the quality of the community that we have going on, because I know you guys have probably heard of like, hey, you know, there's these Facebook groups, there's these gurus, and, you know, you go into this Facebook group and there's just no one there. That's why I have that 30-day guarantee. It's because I'm not scared. I'm not scared of you guys to go into the program. I'm not scared of you guys to use the fulfillment service or go into the Facebook group because I know it's high value. There's nothing I'm trying to hide. Look at that. This is happening every single. Hello, everyone. Just joined. Pretty excited. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Kevin's saying, look at that. Every question you ask, I'm always answering. Look, I've been quiet since I joined. Never thought I would share this post. I want to drop by and thank Kevin and his team for the course and continuous support. $600 in a day. That's $200,000 a year. All right, look at that. Everyone is so happy for them. It's us against the world. Look at that. Halo Millionaires. I launched my store yesterday. I just had my first sale today. I'm excited for everyone. Hope we all build an empire together. I love it. Look at all these positive comments. That's the type of community that I have going on. And that's why I absolutely love the student success stories. You see, guys, I thought the happiest moment in my life was when I was going to get my first sale. I heard that first thing. I thought it was the happiest moment in my life. But guess what? No. The happiest moment of my life, was when I got my first testimonial and I changed lives. Someone just said, you need 30 orders. No, you do not need 30 orders on board. Your first order, you're onboarded to my fulfillment service. I promise. First order, you are absolutely onboarded. All right. So someone just said, hey, I don't have any money. You know what do I do? Is there a way you can donate some cash to me? I don't want to be insensitive, guys. I don't want to be insensitive, but guess what? I didn't get any handouts. That $3,000 I used to start my business, I didn't get any handouts. I worked a hard summer job in order to make that $3,000. How many times have you guys had $2,000 in your bank account? What you decided to do with that money speaks volumes about your character. There are people that always spend it on other things, right? On other people. I read the other day that the average person spends $80 a month. No, $80 a week on Starbucks. $80 a week on Starbucks. You're giving Starbucks your money for no reason. That's why they are so rich. $80 a week. That's literally $320 a month. $3,600 a year. All right. There's so many stupid things people waste their money on. When's the last time you looked yourself in the mirror and said, hey, you're the most important person. I want to invest in you. All right. How much do you charge for filling orders? Well, guess what? You don't even pay until you get the revenue. So there's no way, you get the revenue from the customer and then we charge you, and it's lower than AliExpress. All right. Someone just said, how much do you need after starting to sign up? So that's a great question, all right? How much do you need after signing to start up? Think about it this way, okay? I would say if you even have close to $200, $500, you're in good shape. What is the real investment in this business model? Because there's no inventory risk. The investment is if you fail. The investment is if you lose money. Because think about it this way. Shopify is a 3 months free trial. Most of the apps are multi-week free trials. All right. You're not paying for them. All right. You can cancel them before it works. Okay. Right now, Shopify is a 3 month free trial. Used to be a week. Okay. My group is a 3 month free trial. Now think about this. Let's say advertising dollars. Advertising dollars is not an investment if $1 you spend on Facebook every single day is generating you $4 back. Does that make sense? If you spend $1 and you make $4 back, that's not an investment because now you have $4. Now you can put in $2 and now you get $8 back, right? You keep doing this. That's how you scale. It's not like every billion-dollar business started with $1 billion. No, that's how you scale. You're getting a positive ROI. And how do you do that? By leveraging the lessons in my program, by going to the live calls, right? By asking the questions in the group, by asking your peers. I know the winners when I see them. I say all the time, you give me your hard work. You give me your work ethic. You give me your ambition. I will take care of the rest. And if you don't think I'm telling the truth, it's riskless because there's that 30-day window where you can ask for your money back. All right, 30-day window you can ask for your money back. So, let's talk about what investment looks like. Let's talk about how much money you potentially lose. This is how much money I lost because I didn't have a mentor. I didn't buy a program. I didn't have one because I didn't believe in them. I didn't like these gurus and their general stores and their single product stores. All right, this was my journey. It took me $6,000 lost in 90 days to start making any amount of sustainable money. And why is that? Because I made so many stupid mistakes. All right. It's not like these lessons were given to me by some holy Bible of e-commerce. No, every single of those 181 lessons because I failed 4 or 5 times. All right. And you know what's worse than those free YouTube videos and those gurus doing free stuff out there? The only thing worse than free advice is wrong advice because that's how you lose money. This is 1.5 years of me failing countless times that fed into this program. And Warren Buffett agrees. It's good to learn from your mistakes. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes. So it took me 3 months to start making sustainable profit. What about my students learn from my mistakes and they get much faster results? Like Eric, $32,000 in his first month. Also like Wes, you've already heard about Wes, but now he's doing $50,000 a day by week 3. And also can't forget about Natasha, $111,000 in the first month. Just so you guys know, I'm not full of fugazi. This is a student, $3,000 in a day. Let's take a look at his store, buyfitband.com. Let's take a look. What are the type of stores that my students build? All right, someone just asked about that. Let's see. Look at that. This is the type of stores. Look at that. From scratch, not knowing anything. And I'm no doubt he's making a lot of money. Look at that. That is clean. That's not the scammy stuff that most people are doing. So that is the value of this program, right? I want everyone to join my number of student success stories because that's the only way I accomplish my goal of disrupting the world of education. We're going to get even more questions going. All right, let's get more questions going on. So someone just asked, hey, I think I understand, everything now. After investing in your program, I just want to follow the lessons and run our market. Exactly. So someone just said, hey, I understand things now. The investment is this program. After we learn your lessons, we just need a tiny bit amount of money to start spending on Facebook. And because we have your lessons, and because if you do the fast action bonus, my team and I are reviewing your Shopify store, giving you changes, giving you recommendations before you start, then your ads are going to be profitable. Yes, that is how this works. That's why it's so magical. That's why there's so many success stories, because I get rid of all your mistakes and all your failures before you even start, because I already had to fail or to learn those things. I love it. So someone just said, hey, do you always use pre-existing products? Someone else messaged me the same thing. I have my own e-commerce business. Monica said this. I have my own e-commerce business. And if you're private messaging me, put in the everyone chat. I have my own e-commerce business, but it's not drop shipping. But I love your strategies. Will this program help me? Yes. Because what I am teaching you how to do is fundamentally how to sell anything on the internet. That is such a valuable skill set. In fact, I want to introduce you guys to a co-founder of HVMN. HVMN is one of the fastest growing supplement startups in the world. This is their site. It's not a joke. All right. They are on their way. Look at all these news features. They're on their way for $1 billion valuation. Guess what? Their CMO, the CMO of HVMN, is in my program. He is literally one of my students. And he said, hey, I'm not going to do drop shipping, but I believe in your methods. Let's see if it'll work for my company. So Rachel, let's play that video and let's see how my strategies are working for HVMN, a fast growing startup with A-list level talent and also so many news features.
As soon as we launched some of the simple strategies that Kevin walked through in some of his videos, we saw drastic results. We had the same creatives, the same products, the same landing pages, similar budget, right? But the only thing we changed was the strategy, just following his guidelines. Super simple, super easy to use. And literally, I kid you not, our 30-day test was so good, we swapped completely. We let go of our agencies and moved right to executing Kevin's methods in-house. What's up, everybody? My name's Paul, and I'm one of the founding team members of HVMN. We've tried dozens of strategies, the 388 method, we've done shotgun scaling, we've done CBO with like one ad set. And it's all been pretty good. It's been pretty good. We typically break even on that channel and make our money back on, second or third purchase, which is awesome, and it's really helped us to grow. A couple months ago, I came across Generation E and Kevin's content through a mutual friend. And I was like, hey, you know what? I'm paying a bunch of money for ads leagues. I'm paying a bunch of money for these other ways for me to learn about Facebook ads and try different strategies. I'll give this guy a shot. And I had heard about Kevin's amazing results, so I was like, oh, let's try it. And what I typically do to test different strategies is run them in a different ads manager account so I can really get a clean test. And as soon as we launched some of the simple strategies that Kevin walked through in some of his videos, we saw drastic results. We had the same creatives, the same products, the same landing pages, similar budget, right? But the only thing we changed was the strategy, just following his guidelines. Super simple, super easy to use. And literally, I kid you not, our 30-day test was so good, we swapped completely. We let go of our agencies and moved right to executing Kevin's methods in-house. Amazing. Our CPAs dropped.
So you guys just heard, literally a co-founder, the CMO HVMN. He's not dropshipping, all right? He's part of a fast-growing startup. Let go of their six-figure agencies in order to use my strategies, all right? So if you don't think these strategies are good enough, I don't know what you're talking about. So I just heard there's one more spot left for the fast action bonuses. Just a reminder, it's getting that viral niche and product report sent to you every single month. That's $500 normally. And also getting me and my team to review your Shopify, your business before you even start running any advertisements, so you're extra confident. Both those things, there's one more spot left, all right? And all of you guys that came, Harry, welcome to the program. I can't wait to see you in the next live call. I love it. I love it. I love it. So Kayla just said, do you work with those in your program who are struggling to grasp concepts? Of course. You will see me video to video every single week. There's no running away, okay? You post a question in that Facebook group, I answer automatically. All right, I answer within 24 hours. You literally will see me video to video. There's no running away, right? This price is in US dollars. This price is in US dollars, okay? We're going to answer even more questions, all right? Someone said, hey, yeah, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, someone wants to see. Okay, awesome. Someone wants to see the ad strategy lessons. They're really interested in ad strategy. Maybe you already have some experience in e-commerce. All right, first of all, so comprehensive. These are the store design, advanced store designs, 5 stores we built together. All profitable niches for me before, all right? Setting up, if you don't even know how to set up a Facebook, I walk you through. This is made for someone that doesn't even have any technical experience. How to make engaging ads. These are all the ads we make together. Basic Facebook ad strategies. Look at all these basic ad strategies. Let's see advanced Facebook ad strategy. This is one of my favorites. There's 10 advanced strategies. Again, I always break it down step by step. All right, you understand the theory. Let me move my head over here. All right, I always break it down so you understand the theory. Okay, and guess what? Just so you know, I don't fake it. I put it in my own ad account. I literally do my own strategy. I take my own medicine. All right, and look at this strategy. Look at this strategy. How much did it generate? $133,000 spent for $337,000 in return. Okay, why are you ever worried about spending money on Facebook ads if this is the type of performance you're able to get? Okay, that's not an investment. This is literally just, hey, you get started, and if you're profitable, you're just free rolling, right? You're just gonna keep making more and more money. That's how e-commerce works, right? When you fail, when you make mistakes, especially when you don't have a mentor, you don't have good education, that's when you lose your money, okay? Such comprehensive education, all right? So keep asking your question, guys. Regardless if you join or not, regardless if you join, I want to make sure I'm providing value to everyone. Someone said, what about trademark rights, right? What about IP? Guess what? I've never been asked a question that isn't covered in my program. Let's take a look. By the way, there's a whole module that no one wants to teach called keeping your business alive and out of trouble. Like, how many gurus want to teach this or can teach this? They can't because they're always getting in trouble. Look at that. Protecting your IP from other dropshippers, and all you need to know about Facebook IP infringement, when to form a business, legal entity, tax, how to deal with state tax and taxes in general, FTC compliance, these are the lessons I teach you so you actually have a sustainable business. I don't want people getting in trouble, all right? And that's why day one, my legal team literally gives you all the legal scripts you need, all right? Try to find a lawyer that'll give you all the legal scripts you need day one and pay less than $2,000. I'm going to show you. I'm not full of it. Look at this. First of all, these are all live calls. Look at that. Look at that. Even students have gold nuggets for other students, student success. I always add even more lessons as I grow as an entrepreneur because it's life access. I always add even more lessons. All right. And let me just show you the documents right here. Right here. These are the documents. All right. Downloadables. These are all the legal documents you get day one. All right, so guys, we sold out of the fast action bonuses. All right, it is over now. We sold out the fast action bonuses. All right, so if you guys missed out, there's no more. You guys should have taken action. It was a riskless decision. All right, fine. I'm seeing this now. Eileen is asking, hey, I just got my card. I want to take action now. Well, Eileen, you should have been faster. But okay, fine, Rachel's begging for me too. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Everyone that's bought so far, you guys have the fast action bonus, right? We ran out. Rachel, you're just, you're too pretty. I can't say no. When this gets to 22 minutes, we're going to give it, you know what? Actually, no, screw that. 10 minutes is way too much time. When this gets to 25 minutes, I'm talking 7 minutes. All right, 25 minutes. 25 minutes. If you buy when this thing hit, by the time this thing hits 25 minutes, guess what? Then there is both fast action bonuses for you if you buy in the next 7 minutes. All right, when this hitting 25. After that, no more fast actions. And I hate this because I'm the one and my team that has to do these reviews for the stores. Rachel doesn't do them. I'm gonna have to probably pull like a all-nighter one day to do them. So no more. All right. Someone just said, what about trademarks? So I teach you how to navigate trademarks. All right. You don't have to get trademarks for your own business. Okay, because it's AliExpress products, okay? No one can just rip you off. It's not that easy. You're automatically having something called a creative trademark, okay? That's my understanding of it, okay? Where they can't just rip your stuff up. You can't trademark the actual AliExpress products, okay? Because they're not your products, okay? And how do you deal with not violating IP? Because my program teaches you how to do it, right? I literally teach you how not to get in trouble with IP. I also teach you what you should do if someone else tries to infringe on your IP. I teach you how to do this, how to protect your IP from other dropshippers, how to report someone for copying your store, okay? I teach everything here, bulletproof customer support. Let's just take a look at this. Something that no one knows about is that there's actually crazy text message marketing strategies you can use as a part of your brand. And let's take a look at how this one is. Again, it's always the theory first. I break it down so anyone with no technical experience can understand. And look at this. Look at this. All right. Text message strategy for 19,000% ROI. I walk you through how to do this. I do it in my own store. Okay. If you can't pay back this program, you can't find the value, you can refund in the first 30 days. Okay. You can get out. And if you still are neglecting this value, you don't think you can make it, guess what? Then you can. It's 30 days. It's 30 days. All right. I promise it is 30 days. It is 30 days. Money back guarantee. 30 days. All right. 30 days. Awesome. So someone just said, hey, can I sign up after a few months? So you can sign up in a few months, but this is where you're going to have to go to sign up. kevinzhang.com/program. And, we're going to go in here and you will sign up in a few months. It'll be $4,000. I hate being mean like this. Okay. I hate doing that, but I want action takers. When it's a riskless decision, I want freaking action takers. All right. So that's what will happen if you try it in a few months. All right. Awesome. 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 So someone just said, how long are the lessons? It's 30 hours in total, not including the additional lessons, because again, as I'm growing as an entrepreneur, I'm adding more lessons in to make it cutting edge, but 10, 12 hours, that's all you need to watch to get you started, because this lesson is not just for beginners. Okay, this lesson is for everyone to get to where I am. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, we're good. All right, guys, we're going through some technical difficulties right now. All right, so let's do a check. Okay, we're going technical difficulties. Stay with me here. All right, your screen might be reloading right now. All right, I just heard from my team. We're going through technical difficulties. All right, it's craziness happening. Let me know if everyone is back. Okay, let me know if everyone is back. Sorry for that happening. I promise you, it's not Rachel's fault. All right, it's no one's fault. Let me know once you guys are back. Give me a 1. All right, give me a 1 if you guys are all back and you guys are seeing everything. All right, give me a 1 if you guys are able to see everything that is going on. All right, everyone, give me a 1. All right, don't be shy. Let me know if you guys are back in this room. All right, is everyone back? Awesome. Okay, awesome. Everyone, welcome. Sorry about the technical difficulties. All right, sorry about this. Sorry about that. So, yeah, awesome. Welcome back, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Promise you, it's not our fault. Don't get angry at Rachel, all right? Rachel already got some bad messages. You be nice to that girl, guys. All right. Neanna said, what do you do for images? I show you guys stock photos is the hack out here, and I give you free stock photo sources. All right, look at this. I teach you right here. It's step by step. Literally, if you don't know anything about anything, you could do this. All right. And I put in so much efforts. Everything I know from 8 figures and sales. I spent over $8 million on Facebook ads. Look at that. How do you determine your products? How do you pick a niche? Right? Look at that. Stock image sites is a great source for creatives. So look at this. I teach you how to pick stock photos that will complement your products. And also I give you a source of free stock photos. No one knows about these free stock photos, and also paid ones if you want to use them. Most of them have a free trial also. So yeah, that's how you're getting that stuff. All right, someone just said, how do you track your progress? How do you track your orders? Well, first of all, this is intuitive. This is an intuitive program. Like, you checkpoint each thing as you're moving on. This is meant to be action-based. You're building your store alongside of me, all right? You're building a store alongside of me, and you're checking them as you go. I'm giving you homework every single time, so you're building out your business. I want action takers. I don't care if you watch these lessons, but you don't never take action. That's not a good thing, all right? So that's how you track your progress. I'm going to hold you accountable. If you show up to the live call and I say, yo, Holly, I'm saying, hey, Holly, why didn't you start watching the lessons? All right. Why didn't you start watching the lessons? You're going to say, oh my gosh, I hold you accountable. I motivate you. Welcome, Athena. Welcome to the family. I love it. How do you like your progress or your sales? How do you track your progress? You can see your sales every single day on your Shopify. That's how you track your progress. Awesome. So, hey, keep giving me questions over here, guys. Keep giving me questions. Remember, when this thing hits 2500, no more fast action bonuses, and it is over. All right, it is over. All right, so because of the technical difficulties, someone brought up a good point. Because of technical difficulties, I'll make it 2 more minutes. Okay, so when this thing hits 23, there will be no more fast action bonuses. All right, when this thing hits 23. So someone said, can you show us an example in the stores your students made and how much they are making? Yeah, so I believe I already did that, but maybe you guys aren't paying attention, right? Let's go ahead and do that again. So this is a student, $3,000 in a day, right? $3,000. That's a lot. That's $1 million a year, by the way, guys. A freaking $1 million a year. There it is. That's his URL, right? Here it is. That's the store. And obviously, because of what's happened in the past, right? Because of what happened recently, obviously stay-at-home stuff are selling like hotcakes right now. So you guys can already get a little clever with choosing your niches, right? Choosing your products. Obviously, certain types of products are absolutely bananas right now. You guys know this, if people don't want to go to public places to buy things, where else are they going to buy? All right, they're obviously going to buy from the internet, and that's why e-commerce is absolutely rocketing. Not only that, it is growing so fast, okay? And someone just asked me, do you help people find their niche? Yes, I literally do. I literally help people find the niche. So look at this. I teach you how to do it right here. How to determine your niche with my triple segmentation approach. I teach you how to find a niche, always theory. And I teach you how to find a niche that's not too broad, not too narrow. We build 5 different niches together. You get that viral niche report if you do this thing in the next literally when this thing hits 23, literally you'll get so many niche ideas every single month sent to you and hot products. Like, definitely. The answer is yes, and then some. All right. Awesome. So, hey, keep asking these questions. Someone just said, can I pay for your course or 2? So if you just need like a day or you need a few hours to get your finances sorted, maybe your bank is declining, you got to call your bank, but message me on my Instagram, Kevin Zhang Official, or DM me. We'll be able to help you out. Again, it's for people that are actually dealing with payment issues, not people who are just hesitating. I have no respect for people that hesitate in the moment of opportunity. Awesome. How do we get your products from AliExpress into your customer's hand? Yes. How do you? Because of my fulfillment service, because of what's going on right here. These are all students onboarding with my team on the ground in China. You don't have to worry about getting your products to customers. You don't have to worry about it. I take care of it for you. I buy your inventory for you. What do you understand about that? I buy your inventory for you. And every second people are getting onboarded. And you know what? If you try to do this on your own and use AliExpress right now because of what happened, with all those logistics problems that happened with coronavirus, guess what? You can't even use AliExpress to do it. All right. And that's why we are cleaning up right now. High demand, low levels of competition. So if you're going through payment issues, message Rachel. All right. She's going to give you a chance. All right. Message Rachel. Awesome. Someone said, can you start this program with absolutely no money? Well, you need money to buy this program, right? And yeah, you can start it with absolutely no money like Tyler did. What you do is you service other e-commerce businesses on Upwork, you make $100, $120, an hour, like we just saw. Jack says, what if you don't speak Chinese? Guess what? 99.9% of my students don't speak Chinese, and you don't need to speak Chinese. Everyone in my fulfillment service speaks English. I get English speaking reps for you guys, and I showed you those scripts. If you don't want to use my fulfillment service and you want to go find your own agent, build your own infrastructure, I literally give you scripts in both English and Chinese to use for everything you need to know, how to negotiate, right? So it's that comprehensive. I thought of everything I could to make this the best program. And people ask me like, hey, why do you do this? You're rich. Why do you do this? Why do I do this? It's for significance. At 24, I've made more money than I know how to spend. Someone just asked about the profit margin. Okay. Like $20 million sales. What's the profit margin? I'll tell you guys. My pricing strategies I teach you in this program, all the execution gets you a 20 to 25% from the top line. Okay. So $20K a day, that's $4,000 a day in profit. If that's a 25%, profit margin, 20% profit margin, that's $4,000 a day in profit. 25% margin, that's $5,000 a day in profit. That's $2 million a year. All right. That's crazy. Look at this. 25%, that's $25,000 in a month. All right. What would you guys do with that money? That's called investing in yourself. So $20 million in sales in year 1, and year 2, it's even better. Year 3, I want to be $100 million in sales. I don't need 5 Lamborghinis to make me happy. I don't need a $100 million house to make me happy. All right. I just don't. What I want is significance. What I want to know is I matter, that the world knows who I am. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to get there with disrupting education. I'm still building my own e-commerce businesses. You guys saw them. I am still doing that. All right. I'm not just a full-time guru. These gurus that only sell programs and courses to make money, they're not real educators. They have no idea what's going on because they're not even doing it anymore. That's not me. All right. Why I'm doing education is because I want to send my testimonials to the New York Times, to Forbes, to Entrepreneur Again, and I'll be on the cover for ransacking the world of education. Dakota, welcome to the family, baby. Welcome to the family. I love it. So, the time has ran out for those fast action bonuses. All right. You guys should take an action. Dakota, just as you're awesome, you got the fast action bonus. All right. Just because you're awesome. I can't wait to see you in that live call. I literally will see you guys in that live call, video to video, every single week. It'll be there. I love it. All right. So awesome. Someone said, what do you think about the EU market? We sell the entire world. 60% of sales come from, United States. So, let me just show you guys this right now. We sell to all foreign countries. How to market effectively to foreign countries. All right. Teach you how to do that. Literally a massive lesson all about that. So for those of you guys that are a little bit more strapped on cash, all right, but you're like, hey, I really believe in this, but $2,000 is just a little too much for me right now. I've got another offer for you guys. A payment plan. 5 months, $500 a month. You get the same level of access as the $2,000 program, but you're paying more in the long run. It's $2,500 instead of $2,000. You're doing 5 months for $500. So if you're a little light on cash, this is the program for you, right? This is the plan for you. You pay $500 first month. You still get the 30-day money back guarantee, right? Our refund policy. You still get that 30-day refund policy. You request refund anytime in 30 days. You can request it tomorrow if you follow the steps, all right? You can request it tomorrow if you fit the criteria. 30-day money back guarantee, all right? And now you've spent $500 month 1. All right. Hopefully you're making money by month 2. If you're not, you refund. All right. Month 2, $500 should be nothing if you're doing well like my students. So that's the other offer. Rachel, go ahead and float it up for the people that want to join on this payment plan. Now, you don't get the fast action bonuses as part of this payment plan. Obviously, that's already expired. So, it's still the same experience. Same exact experience. So exactly, guys. Exactly. Awesome. Someone just said, what are your thoughts on using domestic suppliers? So, I talk about that. No, literally, there's nothing in this program not covered. All right. Let's just see here. So comprehensive. This is called real learning. Our real learning. Alternatives to AliExpress sourcing. I teach you how you can find products from other places. Like a lot of the Etsy products are absolutely gorgeous, right? I talk about alternatives to AliExpress sourcing. So, yep, everything is covered. Lee just said, how much money you need after you start? Just enough money to bridge between you making mistakes. Meaning, if you have $200, right, left over, you can use that for Facebook ads. If you spend $1 on Facebook and you get $4 back, okay, you could have started out with $1 then. All right, obviously, I don't want to lie to you guys, right? Is your first dollar guaranteed to be profitable? No. Obviously, depends on how hard you work, how proactive you are, but $200, $500, more than enough. My first profitable dropshipping business, I lost a total of $250. So that's like my investment before my ROI was super, super positive, and I never had to look back again. All right. That is what it takes. And if you guys want a chance to win that $1,000 giveaway, you want those, bonuses I'm giving away for free, that live ad manager, that recorded ad manager walkthrough, and also the viral niche product report, you guys got to stay until the end of the Q&A. All right. But keep asking your questions. How do you manage time difference? Well, we've got people all around the world. We got a lot of people from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, South Korea. We got students from all around the world, because in e-commerce, it doesn't freaking matter where you are from. All right. It doesn't matter where you are from. I love it. So can you show us some of yours? Yeah. So I just showed you guys Arrowhead Tactical, right? The one that I literally made in partnership with a student right here, like literally right here. You can check my Instagram. I'm tagged in all their posts, right? Part of this. This is the world's first, tactical joggers, right? That is actually supports concealed carry. Now, this isn't a drop shipping business, right? Bootstrapped it over for this to become, a brand that's non-drop shipping. That's what you're able to build to. Remember stage 4, right? But yeah, that's one of my businesses. HempX. Okay, I'm not going to give away the launch date, but you'll see all over social media. I'm wearing it right now. This is something my business partner and I started. All right, look, this is made out of weed, guys. Literally made out of weed. Isn't that crazy or what? These slides on my feet just now, they're made out of weed. All right, this part is made out of hemp. That's crazy. All right, that's crazy. That's the type of brands you guys want to build. Awesome, Melissa. Welcome to the family. I will not forget you, Melissa. Welcome to the family. I don't forget anyone. All right, I won't forget anyone. I love it. Awesome. I love it. All right, guys, we have 16 minutes left, and all these offers are gone. And you know what? The payment plan disappears. You guys got to pay $4,000 after these 16 minutes. So take your actions now. All right. So once you have a successful site, would you recommend also doing affiliate marketing on your site? Wow. We've got some great questions in the house. And guess what? I'm so glad, by the way, that you asked that question, because let's go back to the Facebook group. All right. And this is, by the way, the value of those live lessons. Like I told you about the value of those guest lessons. Let's take a look here. All right. We go here. These are live learnings with guests. Okay. One of the things, this entrepreneur, Stefano Mongardi, is a very famous entrepreneur from Italy. All right. He teaches us. What does he teach us? All right. He teaches us. Oh my gosh. Look at that. He teaches us how to parallel process multiple businesses, how you started Airbnb, affiliate marketing, e-commerce, all at the same time, how you dropship Airbnb, properties without actually owning any. It's crazy strategy. You talk to us about this for a whole hour, right? How to maximize value from cross sells, upsells, how to add affiliate offers to your e-commerce business. Awesome. He literally talks all about that. When I don't know something, I bring in someone that does. This happens every 2 weeks. The person that we talked to today, he runs the biggest remote-based agency in the world. All right, that's how awesome it is. These guests are all right. So Neil. Oh my gosh. Okay, stop spamming it, Neil. Stop spamming it. Jeez. All right, Neil. I'm gonna give away 5 more fast action bonuses. 5 more fast action bonuses if you buy on the $2,000 plan. All right, for real action takers. 5 more fast action bonuses. All right, 5 more fast action bonuses, and that's it. No more. All right, Rachel. No more, Neil. Stop complaining. All right, you should have taken action earlier. All right, fine, Neil. Next 5 spots. You got to get it. You got to be in one of the next 5. If you're not part of the next 5, I'm going to kick you out if you're still spamming. All right, I'm giving away 5 more because I feel bad, Neil. But because you want to take action, you can come on. But if you keep spamming because you didn't get it, awesome, Neil. There you go. You went through. Awesome. Welcome to the family. Good. All right. No one else complain. Any more spamming going on, I'm going to kick you out of this training. All right. And you're not going to be able to claim anything. So awesome. I love it. Do you still take care of everything as a part of the payment plan? Yes. You get the same thing. Everything is the same. You're paying more because it's $2,500 over 5 months, but everything is the same. Same refund policy, 30 days. Everything is the same. You get all this. Everything the same. No one knows the difference if you paid $2,000 or $500 by 5. No one in the group will know. In fact, I want to introduce you guys, all right, to someone that started with the payment plan, all right? He is someone named Sean. Some of my best students started off with the payment plan. And you know what? Let's go ahead, Rachel. Let's go ahead and cue up that video. They want to talk to Sean. Let's see if Sean found success with the payment plan.
In the third quarter alone, we did over $300,000 in sales. What's going on, y'all? My name is Sean, and I'd like to share with you guys my experience with Kevin Shang and his branded niche dropshipping approach. I came across Kevin online, and I used his framework to build a branded niche dropshipping store. In the third quarter alone, we did over $300,000 in sales. Kevin's methods isn't a rich, quick method, but if you're willing to put in the work, you'll get the results. So with that being said, I highly recommend using Good luck, y'all.
All right, guys, so you heard from Sean. He was from the payment plan. Of course, he found success. Look at that, 6 figures and a quarter. Holy crap. Athena, welcome to the family. You're going to get access to everything because we have so much value that we, put your name to. It takes within an hour or 2 hours for our system to process. Don't worry, you're going to get it, all right? We joined today. What's the fast action I should take tomorrow? So Alenia, if you join in those time periods, or if you're one of those 5 spots, there's 3 spots left for the fast action that we brought up. Remember, we put in 5 again. You'll get it. We record your name if you got it. All right. So don't worry. You guys will get everything. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. And Discord group, you guys want to go in and just introduce yourself. There's so much collaboration going on. So much collaboration. This is all today. Every minute people are collaborating, 129 people are online right now learning. It's crazy. It's crazy. I love it. I love my community. I love my students. You know what? We're going to have in-person events as well at my house. It's a family, and invite my friends. We're going to network. It's going to be awesome. It's a family. I remember people's names that show up to the live calls. All right. I remember people's names. So if you guys want a chance at $1,000, man, you got to stay until the end. All right. You guys got to stay until the end. I love it. I love it, Neandro. Welcome. I love it. I can't wait to see you in that live call. I can't wait for even more success stories. That's what I love more than anything. So someone just said, hey, if you do the payment plan, can you buy the fast action bonuses later? Yes. You have to pay the price. So the viral niche report is $500. But yeah, you can buy anytime down the road. All right. You can buy anytime down the road. All right. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. So what happens if you can't pay right now? Well, call your bank card, call your credit card. And you know what? Go ahead and you can DM me if you're having payment issues, or if you need like 1 day or 2 days to get your money together. I understand. All right. I want to reward action takers, of course, but I understand. Now, for those of you guys who are waiting months and months, like, yeah, I want to just do this another time. No chance. You can buy in at $4,000. That's the public price. And, some people have bought in at $4,000 and they still get a lot of value. But, why would you do that if you can get it now? Awesome. Awesome. So someone said, what if I already have my own personal brand? How can I affiliate with my niche website? So a lot of influencers actually are a part of our program. For example, if you're a fitness influencer, you start a fitness e-commerce business, you can use your personal brand now to sell those products, right? There's a lot of synergy. Okay, so it's a legitimate e-commerce business that you've built. How you want to market it, I teach you how to market with Facebook ads, but if you have a big following, you think you can market your own, you can do that, and that's just free marketing, right? That's awesome. 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 Yes, everyone gets a chance. Everyone gets a chance, guys. Everyone gets a chance. Awesome. Awesome. So Tatiana, welcome to the family. Welcome. Welcome. I can't wait to see you in the next live call with you. All right. What are you going to get? You're going to get the email with all of your access. Don't worry. You're going to get it. Again, it takes 1 to 2 hours. I promise. All right. This is not a scam. Okay. There's no world where I'm doing this live training and I'm scamming everyone. And I'm like, oh, I hope no one realizes. This is a video. Okay, I'd be the craziest person in the world. I promise you're going to get everything, okay? It just takes 1 to 2 hours. And we're all about customer support. We're all about our student support all the time. We want student success. I don't accomplish my goals unless there is success. I love it. I love it. Does this system work with all types of products? Yes, all types of products. What you are learning fundamentally is how to make a beautiful website and how to sell anything on the internet. That's what you are learning at the end of the day, all right? It's a skill set that you will carry with you for the rest of your life, and the most cutting edge skill set out there, just like coding was in the 2000s, right? Just like coding was in the dot-com boom. This is the same thing. E-commerce is the future. You don't just have to ask me. Just look around. Allbirds went from 0 to $2 billion in 2 years. You guys think $20 million in sales in year 1 is impressive? $2 billion in 2 years. Holy crap. Holy crap. So sorry, you guys just saw my screensaver, my family. I do get emotional about them sometimes, but exactly, right? And you know what? My students, it took me 3 months. I failed so much on my own. My students crush it, knock it out of the freaking Park, what are these guys going to do in the first year? You know, I'm excited for that. I can't wait for these guys to just completely blow away my personal results in the first year. You know, if I have my own program, screw 1 year, $20 million in sales. I hit that bad boy in 4 or 5 months. You know, so much of my experience was just failures early on, figuring out things. All right. So Mike, just DM me. All right. Just DM me. You guys cannot get into the Facebook group for free. It's only for members of the e-commerce incubation program because there's so much value even alone in the Facebook group. So much value. Look at all these. We recorded every call, you know, every live lesson. You can watch all of them. Look at that. Email marketing with Josh Chen, right? He talks all about email marketing. Instagram influence with Sean Kelly. You know, it's crazy, right? Look at this. This guy spends $40 million on Facebook ads a year, and we got advice from him, right? He started off with only making $100 a month from he was working at a pastry shop in Ukraine, and then he got into e-commerce. The guests we have in here are incredible. They're all my personal friends. Some of you guys will even meet them in person. If you decide to come to my house, you know, once we have in-person events, it's going to be awesome. What is the Discord? Discord's right here, right? It's right here. This is right here. You go ahead, introduce yourself. Everyone is going to say hi. It's a great community. You guys will get access, all right? I love it. Awesome. So yes, you guys can purchase the fast action bonuses later, right? But, you know, you could get them for free now if you just join on the full program. There's 2 spots left. All right, there's 2 spots left and 6 minutes left, and all these offers expire except for the $4,000 offer. So after these 6 minutes, you know, good luck paying $4,000. I think is worth way more than $4,000. You know, you saw that investor. He said, yo, you should be charging 40, 60K a month. You know, like this guy was like, yo, you could charge 40, 60K a month. Okay. He literally is so legitimate, right? He's from the venture capital community. This is unheard of even back when I was at Harvard. All right. That's what he wants. Okay. I could have done that. All right. But I didn't because I want to give real people a chance and I want some real testimonials, not just a bunch of spoiled rich kids that are just going to get more rich and they don't even need to make money anyways. Right. You know what? What I hate is that my parents didn't have access to e-commerce. I hate that. Because then maybe my mom and my dad would have to work such long hours, get such little sleep, and still get almost nothing and barely survive. I wish they had access to e-commerce. I wish they were alive and e-commerce was there. I wish they were around when e-commerce was there, right? But they weren't, okay? And that's why I want to do this for people. That's why I want to disrupt education. All right, so there's one fast action bonus left, and then there is no more, guys. No more fast action bonuses. After that, we also got 5 minutes left of Q&A, so get your questions out fast, or get your questions out in the next few minutes, okay? Awesome. Hey, Ellison, I just get too hyped up. You know, I get hyped up. People ask the same questions. I got to give the same answers, right? Awesome. I don't have a background in business, so I'm literally going to this blind. What's your students? So let me tell you, Regal, most people don't have any experience in business before they start. I didn't have any experience in business, right? No, I literally had no experience. Most people have no experience. In fact, we can even hear from a student that literally started off with no experience. All right. So no experience in business. Most people don't have any experience in business, certainly no experience in e-commerce. It's awesome because no one has experience. Okay. Where else are you going to learn e-commerce? You're not going to go to Harvard University and enroll in the e-commerce class. There's no such thing. You know, there's no way you can learn this because it's so new. So Charlena didn't have experience.
I'm Charlena. And I'm recording this for Kevin Zhang. I'm a part of his EMM program. What made me decide to invest in EMM is I'd stumbled across Kevin's Instagram account and I thought his backstory was really interesting. I just think I really admire self-made people who pursue their, you know, dreams and, you know, kind of reject the norm and just kind of make their own path. My experience learning from him has been amazing. I started out with literally no experience or knowledge in terms of e-commerce and drop shipping, and Kevin has just been incredible in providing all the information and support that I needed to start up my own successful e-commerce business. He definitely differentiates himself from other educators just in terms of the quality of material he is putting out there and just making himself available and really providing a community, which I think is super important in this space because, starting your own business is super intimidating, and really having a great community has just been a big part, I think, of why I've really enjoyed being a part of EMM. My results so far, I've been running my business for about 3 weeks now. I've been working on it for about a month, and so far it's been incredible. I've just really been taking Kevin's methods and following them to a T, and really just watching things kind of manifest themselves. I think at 11K in sales right now, and this is like my 19th day running. If I didn't have these lessons or resources, I of course probably would have never pursued this. This is what I went to school for, is completely unrelated to business or e-commerce or anything like that. So I definitely wouldn't have tried any of this, and definitely wouldn't have found the success that I have so far. And to anyone who's hesitant about investing,
So you guys heard from Charlena, right? She had no experience whatsoever. She went to school for something completely unrelated. She found success. So I'm going to answer some final questions. All right. This countdown is coming down. If your credit card got declined, DM me. All right. So we got a question right over. Welcome, by the way, to all of you guys who just joined. I love it. I love it. If we take this seriously from day one, how fast could it take to break even? Well, let me tell you guys the standard to beat, all right? Let me tell you guys the record to beat by one of my students, and I no doubt in my mind this guy was going to be successful. Just his attitude was crazy. He was going to every live call. He was working hard. He finished the program in like 2 days, watching it just through. This is the success story to beat, all right? $32,000 in the first 4.5 days. First 4.5 freaking days. That's the success story to beat, all right? So that's the success story you guys all need to try and beat, is this one by Wes. 4.5 days, $33,000. Not only did he break even, he is rolling in the deep, and he ended up doing $50K a day. All right, $50,000 a day. On a 20% margin, that's 10 grand a day. 10 grand a day is $9 million a year. How crazy is that? If he continues his track, multi-million, $9 million a year. Oh my God. Did it take him decades to get there? No, right? It took him months, right? It took him 4.5 days to get on that trajectory. All right, that's what's crazy about e-commerce. It's not because we were so smart. It's not because this is some hack. It's just the industry is growing that fast. That's how crazy it is. 20 to 25% is what I teach you. I can tell you what his niche is. It had something to do with staying home and working out. And let's just say there's a reason why that niche did so well, all right? And you know what? He literally is in the group. If all you guys that just joined, you guys can literally go talk to him, all right? He's literally in this group, all right? He's literally in this group. So let me just go ahead and find him, okay? His name is Wes. Let me see. Go ahead and find him. Oh my, look at that. Here it is. Here it is, right here. This is it. Scam to 50K per day. This guy got scammed a year ago by a fake guru, all right? And he talks about his pain. Like, oh my gosh, all the pain he went through. And then he found EMM, right? He stuck with it for a year after he got scammed out of $30,000 by a fake guru. Hit 50K a day in sales. Look at that. Look at that. 200 grand in a freaking week. All right. Look at that. And is people jealous? No. Look at that. Everyone is so happy for him. You guys will literally interact with him day one you join. This is one of my students. All right. You guys can ask him how he did it. This is one of my students. I see his orders in my fulfillment service. It's crazy. It's crazy what is going on right now. It is absolutely nuts. This is the type of attitude it takes to succeed, by the way. This is the type of attitude. None of that sorry, self-complaining stuff. None of you guys are going to get scammed. All right. He literally got scammed. Okay. I got introduced to this whole dropshipping thing with one of my best mates who was learning the business from another guy. Other guy just happened to be a scammer, and I came out in a partnership with the two. Long story short, my good buddy and I were both out of pocket, solid amount of cash, and faced a lot of embarrassment from family and friends. Not to mention, I moved to Australia so we could all work together and grow these stores together, only for him to never even show up. Now this guy is in jail for fraud from staying with us. How many of you guys are going to fail that badly? But how many of you guys are willing to get back up? How many guys are going to get back up like Wes and actually achieve success? That's the type of person I want to educate. All right. So guys, this time is clearly running out. All right. So get your final questions. Awesome. All right. Get your final questions in. I'm going to send it a few more minutes, but then I got to go do work. All right, I got to do a few more minutes. All right, so there's one more spot left in the fast action bonuses if you buy the full program. One more spot. Exactly. It takes a lot of resilience. I interviewed Wes in the program just to ask him for his mindset. It's also in there. It's recorded. And it's just absolutely amazing. John, I love that. You're already working. John, I think John is going to be successful. John is already working on it. I love it. You know, John, I'm seeing you in that live call. You better report to me that you're making even more progress. All right. I'm sorry. I love it. Welcome to the family. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait. I just can't wait. I love these success stories. I'm addicted to them. You know, I'm addicted to getting those success stories. How much did he actually make? 20 to 25% of the top line. So 50K a day. You do the math. What does that look like? 50K a day. All right. Again, there's only one more spot for the fast action bonuses. Remember, only one more spot. All right. And I'm going to just remind you guys. All right. These are the successes that you potentially get if you decide to invest in yourself for once. Awesome. Welcome, Leon. Welcome, Leon. I love it. I love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Kala. Welcome, welcome. So Kala said, what's the difference between a 2K or $500 program? No difference. No difference. There's one fast action bonus left. You can only get that with the 2K program, but there's no difference. No one knows you're on the $500 plan or the 2K. No one will know. Everyone's treated the same. It's the same. You know, I couldn't care less which one you use. Obviously, one's more expensive than the other, right? But yeah, exactly. So, nope, I am not going to be doing this seminar for you guys. Nope, I will not be. All right, awesome. So, Michael, you will get emailed all of your access. You will get emailed. Welcome, Leon. I love it. I love it, Leon. Welcome, welcome. When I'm able to confirm my purchase, yeah, you will be emailed all of your access. All right, I promise you'll be emailed all your access. My Instagram is right here. All right. If you're not going to run into any problems, but even if you did, I'm right here. All right. I'm not running away. I love it. I love it. Kanoa, welcome. Welcome, Grace. Welcome. Welcome. I love you guys so much. Welcome. I can't wait to see you guys in the live call. All right. I can't wait to see you guys. Get your last bit of how often you go. Every single week, I do a live call. All right. Every 2 weeks, you get a live lesson that features me and another person. And also every 2 weeks, my business partner does a creative lesson as well, teaching you how to design your website. It's like so much support and infrastructure. I love it. I love it. Is there a realistic set amount of money? I would say if you even have $200, $500 left over, 500 is more than enough. For me, $250 of losses on Facebook was enough for me to make profit for the rest of my time in e-commerce. All right. Because again, if you spend $1, but you get $4 in return, it's not losing money. It's not an investment. Exactly. Do you get text notifications? Yes, you get text notifications of when the live calls are happening, everything. There's a calendar. You're not going to miss anything. I love that attitude, Neandra. I love. Someone just said, why are you featured in Affiliate World? So I answered it in the chat, but Affiliate World is the world's biggest e-commerce convention and also affiliate marketing convention. All right. It's the biggest one. So I was featured because I did a talk in front of 3,000 people there. Now, 3,000 people, many of them pay $900 in order to see me speak. And it's crazy because I've been doing this for 1.5 years and all of a sudden I'm an expert, right? And you guys can see these are all the additional learnings that are available, right? So this is my talk at Affiliate World where I talk about all, I give some advice for, what to do because of coronavirus that happened, recently. But look at this. This is my talk. I put it in here, right? This is, I'm not faking it. This is literally my talk from Affiliate World, right? And I teach people why I'm able to make money in e-commerce and why so many people can't. And there's, it's 3,000 people that came to this conference, all right? And I teach everything, all right? So this is available for you guys. The moment you join, you guys can watch this video. There's no faking it, right? It's like, I know you guys are used to all these gurus making all these crazy claims and it's all fake. Not me, all right? Not me. I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Awesome. So guys, all right. I mean, the time has already expired basically. All right. Just give me your last few questions. I want to provide as much value as possible, but then I've got to head out. All right. Then I've got to head out. Awesome, Blake. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So the final thing I will give you guys. All right. If you guys are just absolutely strapped on money, you're just, you believe in me, you believe in this methodology, you believe you want to buy this at another time, but you don't want to pay $4,000. We've got a $200 starter kit. Now, this is no refunds. No refunds. What is the point of this? You get all of the lessons you need to start. That's 12 lessons of the 181. It's only $200, but no refunds. You also get your own Facebook group as well, where people are answering your questions. You get that support, and it's enough education to start making, $200, $300 a day in sales. All right, I would say with this starter pack, I would be doing $200, $300 a day in sales. The best part is it holds the price forever. You never have to pay $4,000. All right, it'll hold that price at $2,000. So the next time you want to upgrade, you pay the difference. It's $1,800 instead of $4,000. So Rachel, give everyone that offer. This is for you guys that are absolutely strapped, but you still believe in it. It's still enough education when you get started. I teach you how to build sites. It's the 12 essential lessons to get started. All right, it's the 12 essential lessons. What's your departing advice? All right, so I'm not leaving yet, but I will give you guys all departing advice. Don't worry, all right? Fast action bonuses are gone. So this is the final offer, guys, for those of you guys that want to hold your spot, that you believe in this program. You don't want to pay that $4,000. Now, most of the students that find success with this, what they do is they end up upgrading, obviously, the full experience. That's the point of this. It's a starter pack. All right, awesome. How far can I scale my niche business, and what do I do during tax season? So I talk about tax in my program. How far can you scale? Hey, you can try to beat me. $20 million in year one. Try to beat me, right? I mean, hey, I know people that do even better than me. I know people that do $100 million a year in e-commerce, 200. I know a guy that does $650 million a year in e-commerce, and all he does is send out email marketing, right? There's always crazy people in this space. Dude, Allbirds, 0 to 2 billion in 2 years. Crazy. E-commerce is a crazy space. So welcome. All right, to all of you guys that get the starter pack as well, okay? I'm only be giving this 2 more minutes. So Rachel, why don't we drop that offer for that starter pack for everyone so they have a chance to get it, all right? So, you guys will be able to see it, all right? I love it. What are the 12 lessons? Trust me, they're the ones you need to start. So basic ad strategy, product sourcing, and also designing your website. It's not a step-by-step as it is, and obviously the 181 lessons, and it's enough to start, not enough to scale to big numbers. But again, the goal is you start making some money, right? And then you can upgrade to the full experience, only the $1,800, not $4,000. All right, not $4,000, only $1,800. I love it, Mike. Yeah, you accept my challenge. You better beat me, man. You better freaking beat me. My goal is for every one of my students to beat me. All right, so I'm going to be here for just another minute. My voice is already dying because I get so excited doing this. I love it when students join. And I know so many of you guys are going to change your life. So many of you guys are. And that's what I love about it. I love that aspect of it. I love it when people that have the right work ethic, the right mindset, but maybe society just turned their back on them. They didn't get the college education for a corporate job, or maybe they're in a corporate job, but they're not happy. I'm giving you guys an opportunity. It's for people with the right mindset, with the people with the right hunger. You give me your enthusiasm. You give me your ambition. You give me your hunger, and I will take care of the rest. All right, guys. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I will give my closing words because I have to go now, guys. I have to go. You guys will email all of your login information, I promise. All right. So, order fulfillment for the starter pack. You have to be doing 30 orders a day in order to do the fulfillment. As a part of the full experience, you can onboard the moment you do even one single order, right? So that's the difference. All right, so guys, but again, there's that incentive for you to upgrade. So my parting words for everyone here, whether you joined or not, the biggest excuse I hear from people about why they didn't get better relationships, why didn't they get better skills, why didn't they get better health, why didn't they start that business, why didn't they learn that language? The biggest excuse that people use for not doing things is they didn't have enough time. Well, guess what? If you watched Netflix in the past week, okay, if you literally slept more than 6 hours a day in the past week, all right, if you literally played video games in the last week, if you went around and just chilled on your couch, watched TV in the last week, guess what? Time was never your excuse. Time was never your problem. Your problem was your terrible work ethic. I don't want to be harsh, but I always keep it real, and I just said it, guys. So if you guys still want to, catch up with me, you guys got stuff to say, you guys have to message me on Instagram. But those are my parting words. So guess what, guys? See you guys later. I love you guys. All of you guys that joined, I will see you in the live call, and I can't wait. Let's go, baby.